on, get off of there. Out of there.
The following program contains themes and language. Of a frank and explicit nature, viewer discretion is advised.
Next question, Jeff, where are you? Right? Yeah, I just want to say, Trash Talker. Radio.com. Well, it's still weird to me. Jeremy Bobby on Trash Talker Radio. We're on every Tuesdays from 7 to 10. TrashTalkerRadio.com. Hey, this is Uncle Paulie from General Hospital. You better listen to me or end up with cement food. Every Tuesday, 7 to 10. TrashTalkerRadio.com. Be there. I'm almost about to work. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. No. No. It's Trash Talking Radio.
sleeping. You're listening to Trash Talk Radio. Only here, brother. Hey, this is Bill Mason Brady, and you're listening to Trash Talk Radio Show on TrashTalkRadio.com. This is the only radio show that you have never listened to. Listen in every Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. every week. And now, with Lucy Mountain, from There's Not Enough in the U.S. right now, you can listen to the archives for absolutely free. Now, how much would you... Call now! Operators will stand by! This is Danny Bonaducci. Nobody talks like me. That's why I quit the Partridge Family. A bunch of goofballs dressed up in red velvet suits. How embarrassing. If David Cassidy was here right now, I'd tell him what I think about him. Why? Because you're listening. Trash Talk, 7 to 10 p.m.
All right, well, this is a lot of fun. It's not working the way I want it to work, so I'm going to stop the video early. Hey, how's everyone doing? Can anybody hear me? Does anybody care?
I do.
Ah, you do. You didn't get close enough to your...
I'm right here.
Let's see. Talk again.
I do.
Okay, you did, actually. You did sound good.
Thank you.
And you?
Yes, how are you?
You sound quieter than normal.
Well, I'm not excited.
You're not excited yet.
I'm not excited yet.
You should be
Okay?
excited
Let's
just to
hope
be
never
here.
All right.
mind.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to be here. Yes, exactly.
You and your y'all bus shirt.
y'all bus shirt.
Y'all bus
Okay.
shirt.
Yabas.
My
So-
y'all bus shirt. There we go.
I don't know what's going on, why it's giving us this.
Because it's
Issue.
always Tuesdays that this
But-
does this.
I decided to stop it because it could be something to do with anything. I reboot it right before the show.
See, that's
It
why.
says here, security activity has occurred during silent mode. I don't know what that means. That's probably bad. All right, well, that's catching up to us. We'll be starting here. I see my stream is in yellow, too, which it's never really been in yellow. And I think that the problem is Comcast, and it's not anything but Comcast. Because I rebooted my system before the show started, so what we got is what we got. Here's the picture of the day. It's Cheyenne looking outside the window. So,
That's not a turkey.
I don't know. She's sometimes a turkey. So, hopefully this will straighten itself out as we do it, because I'm seeing yellow on all, well, not on YouTube. I'm not seeing yellow on YouTube, but I'm seeing yellow on the other two streams. Even Facebook I see yellow on. Just thinking.
Well, I have good news. Whatever you did to this computer, I am clear. I don't see blurry anymore of the show.
Told you.
And he didn't get new glasses either.
I know, that's
hey,
what I'm saying. It
I
wasn't
have-
my new glasses either.
I have high-tech equipment I use to fix
there
that.
There it goes, yeah.
I have a high-tech piece of equipment I use to fix your thing.
What's it called, a brain?
It's called it's called Extra PC,
Ah,
and Extra PC is basically it's a device that is used for, you can fix PCs, you can reboot PCs, you can reinstall PCs. I thought I was going to have to reinstall. It didn't make me reinstall anything. So your pictures and everything are okay. Everything should be where it was.
Yeah.
And I was lucky that it fixed it without me getting into a lot of technical stuff. And It's been a while since I've had to do that, so I was hoping it wouldn't get into technical stuff. So
But it looks. I mean, it looks great because I can see the picture of Cheyenne real crystal clear.
I don't know. It probably took up your resources. I'm thinking that whatever was in there that was the issue claimed a lot of resources, so we couldn't do anything. We couldn't we couldn't get the start menu to work. I couldn't bring up settings.
And now the camera's
And,
working for him.
Yeah, well, we got the camera working again, which was the other PC, but
We don't. You shouldn't have said that because now it's going to break.
Well, that's only because you're on it.
That's right. Exactly. That's what I said.
Actually-
now it's going to break.
he's not moving. You aren't moving.
I'm not moving though.
No, I'm going to put us on. Let's see here. You're just look like you're looking. You're looking to the one side, and you're looking like this.
Oh, okay.
Trying to decide which is
Let me
his
see
better
if I
side.
can. Let me see if I can reactivate you, though.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
Well, it's a really odd problem because he's moving up there. He's not moving down here. Oh, that might be connected to the. Might be connected
Yeah,
to the
because
PC.
I'm not even seeing it here.
Well, I just added it just a few seconds ago. We're behind. We're way behind, or we're way ahead, I should say.
Okay.
So it should come up.
Yeah, I still have the picture of Cheyenne. So
Well, the picture of Cheyenne's what's going to be up, but we're going to be at the bottom of the screen, and I see us at the bottom.
I don't see.
And we are on the YouTube feed. We're good, but you're still looking around, and you're looking like this.
Well, I don't even see you guys on my screen.
No,
Well,
I
you
don't
will if your screen catches up. I'm thinking you're still.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
There we
you
are.
have it now,
There
so
we
you
are.
should get it in a second now. You should be right.
Ah, okay. Now
It's-
now I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Honey, it'll
I don't
be there
know
shortly.
why it doesn't see you though, because you're okay up there. For some reason, it's not capturing you. Let me see if I can make another one of you.
No, one's enough.
I know. The world's going to be angry at me if I do this, but
And I don't think his mother would appreciate another twin.
Yeah, she
Well,
has
there you
problems
are
with me
here.
right now. So what the heck?
yeah, I want to see if this works. Let me try it.
Geez, that's terrible.
I just
See,
pulled it
after
up,
my
and
head.
you're missing out on this one. For some reason, I'm not. I don't think you're allowed to be on the show. This is like what, the second or third week you weren't.
Yeah, this is I mean, did you want
Let's-
to try and do it with my camera here?
No, because I can't do it on the fly because I got to install
Oh, okay.
a small program. We'll do that as an emergency. We'll do that for next time.
That's
I'll
fine.
get before you leave. We'll get that put on there.
Right.
We won't install it or anything. We'll just get you to download the piece you need.
Okay.
I'm going to try to bring this back up, but for some reason, it has to do with the slow feed that we're getting, and we're getting a slow feed from.
Comcast
Comcast.
sucks.
They've been really bad lately. I mean, I noticed that my TV and stuff that I stream lately has been glitching a little bit too. So it's definitely there on their end. And since I rebooted the whole system, it's probably on them. Well, the only thing I didn't reboot was I should have rebooted that. I rebooted that. Everybody can see what I'm pointing at. They can't even see what I'm pointing at because, it's off screen.
Yeah.
And I'm missing my hand. Oh no, my hand has come off.
Scoop.
Well, your hand came off a second.
By the way,
Try to pet
producer
the dog.
says hi from Texas.
Hi from
And, well,
Texas.
she's just, she's saying hi to you. And
Oh.
ask you how.
Oh, not me. What about me? What about me? I'm the host.
Yes, but you don't have this.
How come I don't
almost the
see
same-
anything? Is anybody writing in the chat room?
Yeah, there's 3 comments that I'm trying to
Why
get
don't
to.
I have any comments?
I don't know because you're not looking.
There's not anything in there.
Yes,
And
there
we're
is.
moving up. Oh, we're not moving up there. Okay, you are. I'm not. Well, how come you're moving and I'm not?
Because I'm better than you.
That's because Patricia doesn't know you.
There we go.
Patricia, you would love to know me. I can make your life a whole lot better. All you have to do is
I'll guide you through in getting to know him.
Uh-oh.
She's
Stop
on
for a
my-
second. Hey,
she's
now
on
I'm back.
Facebook, talking to me.
Oh.
On Messenger.
I
Okay.
was back for a second. All right, let's get things started. I don't know what they're seeing and what they're not seeing. I don't know what. I guess I could.
Because of that little problem, I can't see anything in the chat room.
I can't see anything in the chat room either. That's the thing I was saying.
Oh,
If anybody's leaving messages, I can't. I don't
Yeah, see, I saw those.
Hmm.
They're all Connie.
Well, thank you. Good job, Connie. We need someone to make comments. This is annoying as anything. I don't know why.
Well, we got Michael looking off into the distance.
Look, yeah, he's looking at the dog.
No,
oh,
he
the
isn't.
dog's behind him.
He's looking at the candle over there or something.
Must be. He's hot. Let's get this show started.
That sounds really bad coming from you.
What?
He's hot.
Oh. I don't even know what I said. All right, anyway.
No worse
Bear
than
with
what
us,
my
people.
boss
Please
told me
don't leave
the other day.
because of this. This will hopefully work as it starts streaming. I don't know what's going on. I know YouTube's been streaming. Twitter is not, apparently, and Twitch is going well.
So
but-
I guess you're going to have to tell us what Connie said.
As long as I can see it. Because she gave a thumbs up.
I don't understand why. I'm going to refresh this, see what happens. Okay, that's what it did. Okay. And I opened it, and still no comments. Why aren't the comments coming in?
Oh, I can see them.
Comments should be there. It says 7 shares. 7 shares. Oh, yeah, how many did I share? I probably shared it to 6 of them. You shared it to 1?
I shared it to like 2 or 3.
2 or 3? Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on. All right. Let's get going. Let's find out what is going on in the world of whatever it is that we do here. So,
Well, I think we should, because this is Thanksgiving, we should do something Thanksgiving related.
Well,
there's enough turkeys in this room. We don't need to do anything Thanksgiving
I'm
related.
glad the two Michaels agree that they're both turkeys.
I think she's the one that needs stuffed.
Yeah. I
Shut
think,
up!
I think she needs to be
I'm
stuffed.
already in the middle of a Mike sandwich. What more could I
She needs to
want?
be stuffed.
Put some gravy.
Yeah.
Gravy boat.
Yep.
Oh,
Lord,
man.
help me.
Hey, I'm frozen in my position. I'm looking up at the
Let
cube.
it go,
I was
let it go.
I was looking up at the Trash Talking Radio cube over my head, afraid it would fall and hit me.
No.
All right. First things. Last week was the opening of Ghostbusters Afterlife. Did 44 million.
So we have no
No.
that's what
I
we're doing
don't want to talk about deaths right now. I gotta.
We're done
I got
with
my
that.
fill of deaths. I didn't even look for deaths this week. I just
Nope.
I'm tired of deaths.
I had another one hit
I've-
me, and I'm just, no.
You had one? What'd you
Yeah.
have?
A lady I used to work with and was in a carpool with.
Oh.
Remember, I think it was just recently I told the story of when it was a snowstorm and I worked for the Commonwealth and I was in a carpool and we had to pull over in the middle of the split where you can either go 83 north or 83 south.
Okay.
And there was Chicky, Kathy, and me. Kathy didn't know how to change a tire. Chicky couldn't get down in the snow, so I had to do it. Well, Kathy passed away suddenly. So, yeah, I'm done.
She's not on a death pool, right?
Nope. So I'm done.
We're gonna change the death pool for next year. It's just gonna be
We're not going to have one.
no. We're gonna have one. It's just gonna be a little bit more complicated, allowing more points for different things. So I'll explain it as we get closer to it. But I'm
You realize it's not that far away, right?
I know, and we probably should do it before the new year starts.
Hi.
So
Are we going to include Cheyenne in her picks?
no,
Good.
she
She
doesn't.
probably has inside information.
She's gonna be part of my picks. She'll help me.
Help you lose.
I'm winning now, aren't I? If I'm not mistaken, I'm the only one that
You're
scored
the
this
only
year.
one that got one on the poll.
Okay.
Don't inflate his ego.
Oh, it's not needing to be inflated. It's the
Hey, sweet girl.
right size.
Hey, sweet girl.
All right. Anyway, Ghostbusters Afterlife opens to heavenly 44 million. Now, if you remember Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters 2 or Ghostbusters
I
3,
think they did have a 3, yeah.
they did. It was all women. They
Yeah.
turned the roles
That's
into
right.
women.
Is that the one Leslie Jones was in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
I remember that one.
So this is the sequel to Ghostbusters, not 1, 2, or 3. It's the original Ghostbusters. Now they did something in this movie that was some people didn't like it. That it was the one person from Ghostbusters that died was Harold Ramis. He had a cameo as a ghost,
Oh.
and people were upset about that. I think Harold Ramis would love that, to be able to be in that Ghostbuster, and the fact that he was able to be in that Ghostbusters was a tribute to him. So I am all for it. I think it's awesome that they did that little tribute to him. So, but anyway, opened to 44 million. In today's world, 44 million is pretty good. In yesterday's world, it's not. So, I
Well,
hope sometime.
To let you know, you two are moving. I am not.
I know.
So it has to
You're
be-
just
it has
you're
to
looking
be
at something. You're looking at something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you see, you're moving up there.
Right.
So I don't. Has to be the connection to. Let me see if I can. See, how can I do that? Oh, it even says 0. Okay, let me try this. I might be able to do this. I'm going to go up here and.
Not that people actually want to see me, but
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to try something, and we'll see if we can get this thing to work. Okay, you should be working. Well, you aren't, though. It's working this time, though, because I can see.
yeah. Mike said, according to Connie, she said on Messenger, it's not working right. You're going in and out.
Okay.
Well,
I'm not sure what to do about this. We could reboot and start it all over. I just don't know for sure. Right
I mean,
now,
it's
it looks
no
like.
big deal. I mean,
Well, that one's
you know,
streaming okay now. It's starting to. That's starting to work out. The Facebook one is still in the orange, so I'm gonna just hang tight. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna try to restart just Facebook. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna disappear for a few seconds. So see what happens.
Thank God for help us.
It's off.
Oh.
Nope, it's not
He's
off
gonna
yet.
come back though.
Okay, now we'll start re-streaming it here. Hopefully. Come on. There we go. Okay, we're red now, so that's good. Okay, now
I think
hopefully.
what happens? Connie was just commenting on your post where she's not actually in the chat room.
That could be. Or she can listen to it without being in the chat room.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Well, hopefully now.
I have to keep both windows open so I can see her comments
once-
on the posting.
Yeah, she.
So we
texted
may
me
not
on
see it.
Messenger.
Okay, so why don't you, when we come back up again, I'm streaming now. When you come back, well, let's see if I have to get up to another room.
This live video has ended.
Yeah, well, I'm redoing
I know.
it now. I want to see if it comes up again, this time with a little bit more oomph. There we are. Okay, there we are. Okay, there we are. Oh, you're still looking to the one side. I can't get it to see that. Why is that? It's not working. Well, we got you on the screen. You're just a statue.
You can get
Hey,
that.
last week I wasn't even on the screen. What the heck?
You were a ghost.
Hey, you got a promotion. You're on the screen now.
I'm on the screen.
And next
that's
time you
right.
may actually
Make
move.
sure we be moving. Right, exactly.
It's still going back to yellow. This is a Comcast issue that I don't know exactly what to do about it. I don't think I can do anything about it, really. Anyway, 44 million is good at this. See, it shut off already. I can't figure this out. Why is it shutting off? Wonder if I can put the YouTube video on Facebook, if it'll do it live. Then everybody can watch it on Facebook because it's working on YouTube. I don't know why Facebook works almost all the time. We're back on again. We're back on, we're back off. We're back on, we're back off. Anyway, I'm going to talk as if this isn't acting up. So, 44 million, yeah, it's okay. King Richard also opened up, and it came out to 5.7 million. But King Richard's available on HBO Max, so that's where half of the business is. And plus, Ghostbusters is more interesting to a lot of people than tennis. So, that's what it is. Okay, now, I'm not in the chat room yet. Doggone it. Get me in the chat room. Okay. Now I want to see.
Yeah, you're in.
You're not the only one not in the chat room.
Okay, we got a couple people in the chat room, but not very many. And we're shut down again. This is going to keep doing this all day. Because when it starts doing it, continues to do it. And like I said, I've been having problems with my cable all day where it's been kind of doing this. And I really blame
Comcast.
Comcast. There is a slight chance that it could be my router, but it's really a very, very slight chance because I'm hardwired, so it shouldn't give me any problems with these systems. And if these three are acting up, then the rest are going to be acting up. But the other ones could be acting up, and this wouldn't be because these are hardwired. But since they're, the only one that's working right is YouTube. So, all right. I should probably put the YouTube chat window up so I can see if anybody's over there talking, because my sister goes over there occasionally.
So it looks like you're the one that's going to tell us if somebody makes a comment.
I'm watching.
Oh, there's a comment here. No, it's not. Okay, where's the comments for these?
I don't think I could even make a comment at this point.
I don't know. Oh, there's the chat. Okay, I found the chat for YouTube. Kinda. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I got the chat disconnected. Why does it say it's disconnected? All right, nobody wants to hear me ramble on about this stuff, so I'm going to ramble on about stuff that I am hoping that the show is actually running. Anyway, so what was I saying? Okay, so
Ghostbusters getting
King Richard
$44 million.
King Richard did 5.7 million,
King Richard.
and it was actually followed by. It said here that Afterlife started off at 16 million in 31 markets, and a worldwide launch of 60 million. The new film, directed by Jason Reitman, which is the son of Ivan Reitman. Ivan Reitman did the previous versions. So the son got to do this. Now this is a version that's it looks like it's a fun movie because these kids don't know anything about Ghostbusters, and they're out on a farm and they find the Ghostbuster mobile. I did not see the movie yet, so I'm just going on the advertising commercial. So they find out that they've got this Ghostbuster machine, and I don't know much about it, but anyway, according to Post Track, it says nearly 50% of the audience was between 25 and 44, and 57% of ticket buyers were male. I'm not real surprised. This isn't exactly a chick flick. It was when the last one came out because it was all chicks. So, all right. Says King Richard opened to fourth place with a decidedly disappointing 5.7 million from 3,300 theaters. Again, it was on HBO Max, so a lot of people would buy it or would just watch it there. What else do I want to say about that? I guess that's enough.
Well, what I would like to know is, and I saw a commercial for this. It's a TV show that's going to be up next week. It's like a Walton's Thanksgiving special.
Okay.
And they reflect back to the original Walton's cast. It says this is his family.
Okay.
So that's kind of like the Ghostbusters. Are they going to reflect back to the original Ghostbusters?
Yes.
That'd be kind of weird.
Why?
Well,
it's
most of those people are dead.
No, only one of them are dead.
Okay.
Only Harold Ramis died.
Okay.
The other three Ghostbusters are still alive.
Okay.
And I think they make cameos in this. So I can't swear to that because I didn't say it yet. But kind of interesting. No Time to Die became the highest grossing Hollywood movie since 2019. That's the James Bond one.
Right, and that's that's what, pre-COVID?
No.
Or is that right after COVID?
That's this year.
Okay.
Came out a couple weeks ago. See, if you were here, you would have noticed that, or if you had listened.
I'm sorry, I have other things going on in my life,
Farmville?
too. Huh?
Farmville?
No. No.
Over
there.
Over there. Over there. Over there. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, so James Bond, it says it's been on the cards for a few weeks now, but No Time to Die has just passed another impressive milestone, out-earning Fast and Furious 9 at the global box office, becoming the highest grossing Hollywood movie theater to hit since Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker in 2019. So that's got to be pretty good for them. But they're still, from what I understand, even though it's the highest grossing one, they're still going to lose $100 million
Wow.
because of the COVID thing. So they're going to lose $100 million. But according to the studio says that's not true. So I don't know what's true and what isn't true. But No Time to Die was a pretty good movie from, because I did kind of see that one.
Kinda.
Well, yeah, kind of.
More the commercials.
I kind of saw that one.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. I'll
You saw more than commercials.
explain it later. Let's see here. Oh, what's this?
Richard Simmons.
It says more than 6 years ago, Richard Simmons taught his final class, walked out, and has not been spotted since. His brother finally breaks the silence and reveals the tragic truth. Do we want to know the truth?
Sure.
You
And
can't
that's-
handle the truth.
He's dead.
He better not be. He's not
My-
on the Deadpool.
No one had him on the pool, so what's the difference?
My guess is, and I didn't read this. This is the first time I've seen this. My guess is that he has Alzheimer's or something.
Probably.
That's my guess. But I might be wrong. Anybody else want to guess?
Diane?
Anybody else have a guess?
Yeah, he went psycho.
Possibly. Well, I think he already was psycho, but
Well, that's besides that.
okay.
He could be like Michael J. Fox and have Parkinson's.
Okay, we'll try Parkinson's. Okay, psycho, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's.
Parkinson's.
Okay, we got 3 answers. Let's find out what this answer says. See what the answer is. The answer is, if I ever show up with that, just shoot me.
Sure.
Just shoot me. There's no saving me.
So, what is that saying?
Okay, it says Richard Simmons, one of the most familiar faces in fitness, however, hasn't been seen for years, with his mysterious disappearance prompting speculation and conspiracies over what happened to him. When it comes to celebrities who are all about fitness, there's, Pam had his workout
Yes.
videos,
Rockin' to the oldies.
and she goes, "Work out with me, please." I said, "No. Get a man and I will work out with you." Oh, wait, I was her man. But she just loved the rockin' to the oldies stuff, and she just,
They're sweating to the oldies.
or sweating, whatever it
Yeah.
was. He's made out a career out of helping people lose weight with his aerobic videos and weight loss programs. And, I got to hand it to him. That is a very difficult thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he really tried to help other people. So I don't hate the guy. I just...
He's trying to be DDP.
Well, he was
Did you see
DDP
that?
before DDP was DDP.
Well, that's okay. I still say he's trying to be DDP.
No, DDP is trying to be him. If a celebrity disappears out of the blue, it has an impact. You can't live your life. What you
I
got?
don't know. Give it here.
Drop it. Of course, it's... What is it? What did she take?
Here's Cheyenne.
I'm tired of her. She killed 2 of my screwdrivers. What is it? Hold it up. I didn't see it. That's from my workout center, which I gave away. I'm in too good a shape to use it anymore, so I gave it to somebody who could use it. Good, I didn't hear any snickering. That's good.
I don't want to lose my job.
I'm trying to figure out, was his usual
So,
self...
did we get the answer? I mean,
I'm trying to figure out what a few months later he attended. Okay, he didn't turn up for Simmons Class 1 for the first time ever in 2014. Later
Knee
claimed
injury.
a knee injury. Okay, so are we going to find out if he was, he would have had access to a phone? Simmons, what?
Next paragraph down.
Well, yeah, I didn't get there yet. Just try not to read ahead. Give me a chance to catch up.
You can't speed read?
I was getting there. No one discovered the supposed knee problems. Okay. It was deeply troubled for those who cared, wondering would they ever hear from him again. He missed Joan Rivers' funeral. Okay. Okay, so cut off from friends. Not only was Simmons not showing his face in public, but he wasn't talking to anyone either. Apparently some people who believed they were close to Richards discovered the fitness enthusiast was cutting off contact with them. Okay, well, tell us. Jeez. Was he ignoring... Okay. A rep claimed that Richard Simmons disappeared because he was taking care of himself. Somebody give me an answer. They didn't play the... Okay. They really dragged us out.
Of course, they want you to read it all.
Sometimes apparently I've done it. Okay. Lost his dog. I understand that. Okay. Okay. Dalmatians. Okay.
A mental breakdown.
Mental breakdown. Oh my gosh, you don't look too good. I can understand that.
So I hit. Oh my God! Did I hit one? Holy cannoli!
Well, someone else claimed he's transitioning from male to female.
Well, I've heard that before as a rumor. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, it looks like there he is.
Come on, that's the kind of way he always dressed. Although that, yeah,
with the
maybe
chest.
You're right. Huh. Yeah, it says transition.
So it could be a couple different things.
Huh. Housekeeper has allegedly been keeping him prisoner. I heard that rumor before.
Hi, sweet girl.
Why does that look like someone I know? Okay, she's been in his life. Okay. Evidence support the claim.
Hi, sweet.
Okay, we still don't know.
Well, there's a couple different answers. He lost
Well,
his
I
dog.
want the truth. Why? I can handle the truth. They can tell me.
Could be, you know.
You can handle the truth, Trish.
How do you know?
I know you.
Okay.
Not as well as he does.
Well, aside from Richard, there were apparently he's hiding notes in his luggage telling him how much she and the dogs miss him. That's probably very uncool.
Hi, sweet girl.
Somebody give me the right answer.
The answer is there's multiple answers.
Well, they were supposed to tell us the one answer.
Diane!
What's she doing?
She's trying to squeeze back through here.
Do you have something? No.
No.
Oh, well, here's the answer.
Bad girl.
Teresa's is a witch using black magic to control him. Jeez. Oh, I wonder if his
Connie won't
wonder if his name is Magic.
Connie, I don't think Connie's on anymore.
Huh? What?
It says here she's online.
Oh, she is online?
Uh-huh.
Connie's not going to get you your treats.
Private detective placed a tracking device on Teresa's car. Okay, it's supposedly placed in a hospital. Okay. Oh, now this is the one that transitioning from male to female.
I didn't know Joan Rivers died.
Did any of us pick that?
No, I
The
don't
transitioning?
think so.
No?
No.
I should have picked that. Let's see
No, I
here.
said psycho.
Well, okay, it's almost the same thing. Let's see. What's he telling us? Okay, both of these interviews were over the phone, so Richard may have been hiding something. Okay, so we're not going to have an answer, I guess.
The answer is there's multiple options. He lost his dog. He's transitioning. It's probably a couple different things.
I know what it is. He's transitioning to be a bunny.
Playboy bunny, maybe.
I guess we don't really know, because they're not going to really tell us. Hospitalized in June 2016 for bizarre behavior. They should have done it forever. I mean, that's not really bizarre behavior for him. According to TMZ, he was hospitalized due to bizarre behavior.
And severe indigestion.
So we're not going to have an answer. So they blew all of our time here. Apparently wishes to steer clear of the spotlight. Well, you know, if you're someone like him, where you're in the spotlight all the time, sometimes you just don't want to be in the spotlight. It could be that. I guess we don't have an answer. So I guess
I can't tell.
she's doing something she shouldn't be
She's
doing.
laying there chewing on something.
Hopefully the thing you gave her.
It's a piece of paper or something.
All right, I'm going to give up the search for where he is, because I just don't think I'm going to know. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right.
What is it she's chewing on?
I think it was one of those bones. I
What?
think it was one of those
Okay.
that she was chewing on.
Why did I hear noise upstairs? Okay, enough of that. Let's try something else. I think the stream's starting to
Level out.
level out, I hope. see what it looks like over here. Still having problems with Twitter, but Twitch and YouTube are working. All right. Now we'll I got a lot of stories, so I'm not going to waste time on these.
Did you put
hormones.
that? Are you going to talk about that one that I sent you earlier
I
today
don't know which one.
about Andrew? I'll show it to you.
You sent it to me earlier.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I got to take a look at it to see if I didn't know what it was. I didn't look at it. What was it?
He was finally sentenced.
Who is it? Oh, that's who that is.
Yes, that's
Oh,
who that is.
okay. Okay, we can answer that. Okay. Wow. That was him?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's I didn't recognize it. Okay, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a shame that happened. It's a shame that it had
That it was
that
him.
That it was him. Yes. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, well, I'm going to do entertainment now, so I guess I'll do that. Let me see. Where do I do that? Here. Actually, here.
I was entertaining nobody at work today.
I didn't work with you today.
No, I said nobody. You were nobody?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you're nobody called
So
today.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him.
Uh-huh.
All right, so this guy here, I saw it, and I saw the thing you had in there, and I wanted to put it over, and I didn't know what it was. I just didn't realize it was him, because it looks like Rob Noxious there a little bit.
I think Rob's a lot better looking than that.
Well, yeah. So this is a guy I worked in the wrestling business with.
SWO,
And,
Valor Pro.
I didn't work Valor Pro,
No.
but I did work with him in...
SWO. Yeah.
Yeah, I think CCW too, and a couple smaller promotions. And he was 39. He was convicted of kidnapping a 13-year-old girl in Indiana and bringing her back to sexually assault her in Lancaster County. And he's got 105 years in prison.
I think it's like 30 to 105 years.
I just don't understand how a 39-year-old would get himself into that kind of
I
trouble.
know.
And obviously, I mean, I guess we froze up there.
When I read that, I was like, oh my gosh.
It's a shame these kind of people are out there. And you wouldn't expect it from him because he was a clean-cut guy for the most part.
Yeah.
And it just was a shame. I'm sorry that he actually... I don't even know what to think about that. It's so weird. Because when you first showed it to me a couple years ago,
Uh-huh.
I thought, no, that can't be right. Because he just seemed so nice and seemed to be
He's genuine.
pretty good. Yeah, and wasn't he Tiger Mask or something? Or
Tony
Mask.
Mask. Yep.
Yeah.
He went by a couple different names.
Andrew Howland, 39, was found guilty of kidnapping and unlawful contact with a minor, involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, statutory sexual assault, and aggravated indecent assault in August. He was sentenced on November 18th by a Lancaster County judge to 30 to 105 years. Howland kidnapped the girl from her home and drove her to Lancaster County in December, just last year.
Mm-hmm.
December, wow. And he then took her to two separate hotels in East and West Hampfield Townships. He was arrested by police at a Comfort Inn. Jeez.
I know.
I just don't understand. I mean, here's the thing.
It hits close to home.
Well, no, the thing that I don't understand, when I was 40, it seemed like so long ago.
I was about to say that, but I didn't want to, get somebody in,
The thing
I want to be
Okay,
on the show next
okay.
week if we have one. I mean, he'll throw me out if I start saying stuff like that. Okay.
Actually, the honest to God truth is, I was with Jamie when she had her kids. her kids were 6 and 9 when we met, and were 9 and 13 or something when we split. And every time I think of a girl under age, I try to think what her daughter. I mean,
Right.
I couldn't imagine being with a girl that young. I don't even fantasize about that. There's nothing more disgusting to me than to be with a girl that young. And
I can't
even
understand what you get out of it.
yeah, same here. Well, it's a
The
power thing.
innocence.
It's a power thing, and the other thing is that I would I have a hard time with a girl that's 10 years older than me or younger than me. I married a girl that was 14 years older than me.
Right.
But that age difference. Now, as you get older, the age difference doesn't seem as big. But when you're 40, to be with a girl that's I know a lot of guys fantasize about, like, I've seen guys that are 40 that are with girls that are 25.
Right.
Okay, unless you're only in it for sex, that's disgusting. Because
Most of them are.
an example would be like 3 Mile Island. How do you talk to a person about 3 Mile Island if they didn't live through it? You're from Connecticut. Do you know what
Yeah.
3 Mile Island is?
Yes.
Do you know the impact that it was?
I don't.
You don't, because you don't live here. You didn't live here then.
Right. Yes.
But you don't even really know the impact because you were up there.
Right.
But I was here. I was here when when the meltdown happened, and the panic that everybody had around here was a lot different than what the people portrayed it in the media.
Got a bone.
So now, if you're with a girl that's say I was 40 when that happened. I was actually 21 when it happened, but let's say I was 40 when it happened, and I'm trying to tell this 13-year-old or even 21 or even a 25-year-old about that. They wouldn't get that. They don't even, because we're not using nuclear power anymore for the most part. So they don't even know what nuclear power is,
True.
because we got solar and all those other things now. So anyway, I just do not understand the fascination of being with someone that young.
It's probably the innocence.
I don't know. I can't ever think about.
I have a hard time with it because, like you said, when we met him, he seemed like a genuine person.
Oh, he was a genuine person.
And he was
A
always
genuine
very
scumbag.
nice, very respectful.
I wonder
and
what.
now this,
Wonder what Adrian thinks of him now.
they probably don't even talk.
I would imagine. That just blows me away.
Hmm.
I didn't realize that was him, or I would have had it on the. I did. I looked at it. And who's that? Why is she giving me this thing? I was trying to figure out what it was.
All you have to do is ask.
Well, I don't. Get
I figured you'd know just by looking.
I looked at it and I said, I don't know him. What's she giving me
yes,
that
you
for?
do.
Well, no, I don't. Apparently, because I would have thought that he wouldn't have done that.
Well, you always had trouble remembering names anyway, and I'd be like, yeah, he worked on this show, and he
well, I
worked
never
against
knew his
him.
real name either.
Yeah, he went by Andrew Backlund when we met him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I never knew his real name. Anyway, all right. Hey, you gonna wake up there? You gonna stay? Oh,
Whoa,
people
yeah,
can't see you.
okay.
People just see you
Sit
looking.
back.
They see
They
you.
can't see me. What the heck?
They see you.
Yabas.
Anyway,
I'm awake. I'm awake.
all right. Next thing.
2 more hours to go. I know. Actually, 2.5 more hours to go because he's going to download that camera.
Here's your boy. Chris Hemsworth is gonna replace Jason Momoa as Aquaman. It's not like you're losing here.
No, that's true. What? I'm okay.
Are they both your exceptions or what?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you get both of them
Yep.
at the same time?
Yep.
Okay.
Those are the ones that are allowed with permission.
Yeah, and I don't give you permission, so
I don't know. Jason Momoa's
there you go.
kind
I'll
of.
remember
The only thing
that.
I liked him in,
That's fine.
I will tell you, I did like him as Aquaman, and I did like him on Game of Thrones because
There's just something about the dark hair, the dark eyes. I don't know what it is.
Hold on. Do we have any more paper towels?
Yeah, we have a lot of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to clean up.
See. What, you don't want another flooded basement?
I'm wondering. I think that's how it happened before.
No.
Anyway, it's weird because Jason Momoa, I think, is working on an Aquaman, and that's why I'm not real. Oh, the fan edit imagines Avengers Chris Hemsworth as Aquaman. Okay, so that's not okay. Hold on here. Let me read this.
Now I know when at night when she doesn't, when she's crying out somebody's name, I understand why it's not my name. So she's dreaming about these guys.
Well, I just want to make sure that you don't get confused with him.
It's like she kicks me, and it's like, okay, I'm wondering why, because she's dreaming like, get the hell out of here, so she can have this guy.
This was a fan's idea of this. This isn't really going to happen.
Oh, good.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
That, because that made no sense to me, because I knew Jason, because he called me the other day. Jason called me and said, I'm going to be doing this Aquaman thing again. And
bullshit! Excuse me.
He wanted to have lunch, and I said, no, I'm busy. So, now I understand.
Now I understand, Mike, why it happens.
Because some fan thought it would be a good idea. What a stupid idea for a freaking... Somebody wasted their time writing this whole thing up. I just can't believe it. They suckered me into it, too.
Here.
So they suckered me.
What are you going to drink?
I'm okay. I'm not thirsty anymore.
You quench.
Yeah, now I understand why.
Now it actually
I'm
makes
okay.
some kind of sense. So, all right, now I understand.
Save
too.
that for next week. I'll put it here.
What are you guys doing? You have a
Musical
show going
drinks.
on? You got a show by yourself or what?
Yeah, we're playing musical drinks. You want to play?
No, I have a show to do.
It don't matter to me because I can't. Facebook is lagging. I can't get on. So
Sounds like a
I'm just
personal
listening
problem.
You
the
can't
show.
get on, and
I'm basically
Why
listening to
can't
the
you-
show and commenting as I can.
why don't you say, since you can't get on, you can't get...
Off.
I can get on. Okay.
Oh, man. What am I doing? Oh. This is not working well at all. I hate this.
We know it doesn't work, so that's okay.
This really sucks.
I
This
don't think
sucks
she's
that
listening anymore
my
anyway.
posts aren't even
Yes,
working.
she
Oh,
is.
she's still listening. Okay.
Okay, try this post again.
It only
Okay.
shows two people that are.
Yeah,
it
but
only
she's
shows two people
commenting
that are on.
because
What?
she just commented yes.
What? Oh, on what?
One of your posts.
Oh, okay. All right, we got that. Okay.
There's
Hulk
a
Hogan.
guy for you, Connie.
No.
What?
Who? She can't have my boys.
You can't have the boys either.
Yes, I can.
Oh, no, you can't.
In my dreams.
Yeah, I know you have them in your dreams. I heard.
Are we ready to go on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we're ready to go on.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
I got a lot of stories here. All right, next one. Hulk Hogan's in the news.
Again.
Well, a lot of questions as to his health are coming up now. People are trying to figure out if he's got health issues. And apparently he does have some kind of health issues.
I'm surprised you haven't talked to Brooke.
I have not. I cut her out of my life.
Aww. And I bet she's so brokenhearted she didn't get a date with you.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I
So
just
what are
used her and
these,
threw her away.
What are the health problems?
I'm about to tell you. Here we go. WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan shares weight loss photo after reports of battling serious health issues. Now, I've known that he's had a bad back for a long time, and I'm assuming that is part of the issues. Let's see what it says. Hulk Hogan's health has been a concern among wrestling fans ever since fellow wrestling legend Ric Flair stated on his podcast that the Hall of Famer is dealing with serious health issues. Over the weekend, Hogan
Yeah,
Says Hoga.
Hoga.
Hoga posted a new photo of himself looking noticeably slimmer. Now you got to think he's got to be 67, 68 now. Over the weekend, it says here, noticeably slimmer, and in the caption that he's back to his 9th grade weight at 275 pounds, brother. And he was often billed at over 300 pounds. He does look. He looks actually pretty good, but he doesn't look like Hogan.
How old did you say Hogan was?
I'm thinking he's got to be 67, 68.
He's 68.
Okay. Hogan's daughter, Brooke, was in Hollywood Raw last month and stated that he had recently undergone his 25th surgery in the past decade. He hasn't appeared on television since WrestleMania 37 in April, where he and Titus O'Neil served as hosts for the two-night event. And we counted how many surgeries he had in 10 years, and I think we're at 25. So he's had both shoulders scoped, had his whole bicep and everything tied up in his shoulder last year. That was a disaster. Then he got an MRSA, so that was like a big thing, and we had to go back in and undo it, and took a lot of physical therapy. He had both knees replaced multiple times, I think twice on both. He's had his hips done. He's had his elbow scoped. You know, what did I tell you I need? Both my knees,
your shoulders,
both my hips, my shoulders.
I was just thinking, isn't it what Mike's gonna go
It's
through?
from
or
those
about
bumps.
to go through, or
This
needs
is the
to
bumps.
go through, or same thing.
It's really odd.
The bumps that you take in the ring.
Well, you know,
Well, that's what happens when you have
When you-
so many years in the ring.
when
I'm
you're
sure.
when you're an athlete, you expect these things to happen.
Right. You know.
You're just an athletic supporter.
I've been called that as well, but with these guns,
Here, I'm trying.
I can't lift my arm any higher. But I mean, I have already had 3 shoulder surgeries. So at some point, I'm going to have to do the knees and the back.
Can't you do stem cell on the shoulder?
No, you can't. And you can't even do stem cell on the hips. You can do PRP on the hips.
Okay.
And this knee can't be done because it's too far gone. The other knee isn't so bad, but you know, it is what it is. You know, I still wouldn't trade it for the memories.
Okay.
You know, the memories I have from the wrestling, there's nothing like it. I mean, I've had so much fun, and I have to live with the pain, but
If
where
you
else
knew
could I?
then what you know now, would you still do it
Yep.
again? Here's the answer then.
I mean, the thing is, you can't read a book, and you can't watch television and experience what I've experienced.
That's true.
You know, I've had some really awesome times with wrestling. I've had some bad times with wrestling too, but I've had some really awful times, and I would not trade it for anything. I was talking to a friend of mine that before we went on the air today, and he's the guy that got me into the business, and I'm actually going to talk about him shortly. So,
Well, that would lead right into it.
well, it would, but I would have to figure out where the article is, and I know the article's in this segment, but I don't know how far down.
My question too, and one of the things I think I would ask Hulk Hogan is that he's gone through that, is does he still lift weights as he used to? And obviously he probably can't
Not
because
right
of
now.
his age.
Well, yeah, that would be
he
true
probably
too.
does. He probably has some type of exercise, I would think, routine that he still does to keep.
Well, you see, I guess what I'm trying to say is you see the guys that are out there today, and they're not as old as he is, I understand that, but they got the big muscles and everything. They come out and they wrestle, and then you're thinking, a good example, Darnell.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got real big muscles. How long is he going to have them big muscles for? Because obviously he has to keep and continue going to the gym and do that. So
He does, but
when he
that's
gets
also part
mine
of
and
his
Mike's
job.
age, when he gets mine and Mike's age, is he going to be keep on doing that? Is he going to be able to do that?
He might end up changing his routine a little bit.
Is this the?
Donnell.
Is this her?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, so his situation is a little bit different too.
because
He's-
it relates
he's-
to his job.
Right, and he's not taking bumps all the time. He's not
Right,
taking
right.
dangerous bumps. Hogan was a safe wrestler where he didn't do too many crazy things, but he was doing it night after night for 40 years
Yeah.
or whatever, at least I think around 40 years.
Yeah.
So when you think about the fact that your body can take that punishment for a little while, but after a while your body breaks down. Like mine has broken down, even though I wasn't in the ring as much as him. I only wrestled a handful of matches, but I managed a lot of matches, and I took bumps.
Yes.
I was a manager that wasn't afraid to take bumps, and I took some serious bumps. I remember coming back to the locker room, and especially in PWR, and the guys are saying, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." "Well, you took that bump. That looked really nasty." It was actually, my back was hurting before the bump. After it was over, my back felt better. So whatever I did, I took a good bump. Anyway,
I just
you know,
remember the first
you're
bump
not-
you took in front of me, and oh.
but the thing is, you can't really compare the two because one is an athlete, one is doing it for his health or for his work, and one of them took a lot of bumps because that was his job. Now Hogan was not one that took a whole lot of bumps, but because he was up on the upper part of the card, and he wasn't the best athlete. I'm not going to say wasn't the best wrestler because
you're talking two different generations too. When I say two
Well-
different generations, you're talking early, 70s, 80s versus now in the 2000s where
Wrestling is different today
it's
than it was
different
back
today
then,
than
too.
it was back then
It's
when
more
they had all them
dangerous.
play pill.
it's more dangerous now
Yeah,
Exactly.
because they do a lot more.
the high flying
I smell
spots. and-
popcorn.
Well, there's none down here that I know of.
Mm.
Oh, okay, that's it. You guys have your own language of your. So anyway, so apparently he's still chugging along. He's still doing what he can do, but the weight off of his knees probably helps.
Yeah.
And that would help me too. I mean, if I lost 50, 75 pounds, I'd be doing real good because my knees wouldn't hurt from all that pain, from all that weight that it's carrying. So that is something I really ought to consider doing, but at some point I will probably have to. There's going to be a point I'm going to have to do what I'm going to have to do, but I'm putting it off as long as I can. All right, next, Dave Bautista. Wait a minute, we talked about this.
You didn't
Didn't we
think
talk
of-
about Dave Bautista and Jason Momoa
Yes,
being in a buddy
last
cop
week.
movie? I don't know why this is still here then. All right, we talked about and we talked about the Hogan or the I think we talked about one of the other things too. Okay. So, now we'll talk about Rob Noxious. So Rob Noxious and I go way back. We go really, really far back. He's a wrestler in the Harrisburg area. He's trained. He has a school. And he's been, I can't even tell you when we met. We met through my younger brother. And actually, my younger brother was friends with his older brother.
Okay.
And I was introduced to him from his older brother. And I hit it off with him, and we had, I have to find this video. I have this video somewhere of us before either of us was in wrestling. I was probably 20 something, in my early 20s. He was in his teens. And we had the three of us, we made this video of us as wrestlers before any of us were wrestlers. And it's the most obnoxious video. It's hilarious. We made it in his mother's basement. And there were cobwebs and everything. It was just really horrible, but it was really fun. Anyway, and who would have thought that we would have been that years later? I have known him for, I'm going to say,
30, 40 years.
I'm going to say 35 at least. Not quite maybe 40.
Okay.
I think I was 25.
Did you know him before Ken?
I'm thinking not, but
Okay.
I'm not sure because there's that's a gray area because I don't remember if I kind of think it was after Ken. I think it was around, I'm going to say 85
Okay.
because I was probably around 25, and I think I think he was still in his. I think he was still in his teens. But anyway, then in 19.
Yeah.
See here, I'm going to say maybe 1990ish. He met Steve Blackman.
Okay.
Can you Google when Steve Blackman was out of the WWE? Maybe look up his Wikipedia or something.
Yeah, do your job.
Because I kind of think that'll give us some kind of... Because it was after he had left the WWE. So... Okay, he was in Calgary till 89, so it was later than that.
It was 97 to 2002 is when he was in WWF.
Can't be that. It has to be. Okay, so he must have been... Let me see.
He was from 97 to 2002.
Well, we know...
Then he went to
No,
WXW.
it's not there. It's got to be before that. Because I was living in...
Chambers Hill.
Yeah, when Rob was training. So I think he was... I think he started training with... I'm going to say 1990-ish.
Okay.
He started training with him. And it was... and I used to go down there when he was training, and I used to watch him train. They were in this barn, and he would take bumps and stuff and learn to take bumps. And I was watching as a fan. I was so excited because here's my friend going into wrestling and stuff. Anyway, we lost track of each other, and then I'm fast forward to somewhere around 2000. Pam and I were going somewhere, and I saw this poster, and it said Rob Noxious, and I said, "Oh, Rob Noxious, he's wrestling in Harrisburg." I said, "That's awesome." So I looked up his, I called him and I said, "If you can get me front row tickets, I'm going." He got me front row tickets. So I went. And my first experience watching him wrestle was at the Marysville Lions Club. And I was in the front row with Pam, and this guy named Fumar flew over the rope and landed in my lap. Just really blew me away. Anyway, after the matches, I said, he said, "What'd you think?" I said, "Well, I think you need 2 improvements." He said, "What do you need? What do you mean? What do we need?" I said, "You need me as your commissioner and me as your ring announcer." And next thing that happened, I became both. And that's how I got into the business. But then I was really into this whole thing, and I used to go to his school and watch him train people, and I said I wanted to invest in the school, and I invested in the school, and we became really close, and things were going really well, and then we had a problem that doesn't matter what it was, but the bottom line is we went for a long time with me being part of it, and he wanted me to become manager. And I said, I don't want to be a bad guy. He wanted me to be a bad guy. I said, I don't want to be a bad guy. Because here I am, a musician all my life, wanting people to praise me. But if I'm in the ring, I don't want people to hate me.
He doesn't want to be a bad guy, but he is a bad guy.
Exactly.
No. I'm not a bad guy. Not at this point in my life.
Point, he was.
I was not. I was the ring.
Just this point, he's a bad guy.
Yeah, he had to learn how to.
Are you
become a
following?
bad
Are you following? Follow along with the story. I'll get there.
I'm following.
Well, then don't get ahead of the story. Don't get ahead of the story. Just follow along the story. So I hesitated I didn't want to be a bad guy. So Rob and I, we just kept going at it. He goes, "Look, and all the guys in the locker room were saying, you got to be a bad guy. You got to be a bad guy." And I kept saying, "Look, I don't want to be a bad guy. I want to be a good guy." Lou Albano was a good guy manager for a long time. And anyway.
Yeah, a good guy that.
So eventually
Breathe in and all that.
Eventually, we had an issue between us. I left the company. I left the school, and I went my own way. And I started working for Rambo in Maryland. And Rambo wanted me to be a bad guy. So I said, all right, I'll be a bad guy. So I pulled out all the stops and became the best bad guy I could possibly be.
And now you can't get him to not be a bad guy.
And well, I've most of the time when I was a good guy a couple times.
Yeah.
Was he trying not to be a bad guy because he's a bad guy no matter what? I mean, that guy that
Not. I'm not
make
a.
sure the guy's breathing.
I'm not a bad
with
guy.
Things around his neck, and I mean, come on now.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm just misunderstood.
I mean, he stands on the second rope and goes, so the guy. I mean, come on now.
How many times has he seen me? Only once, right? Yeah, I was gonna say he has not seen me at my best or worst. That was not my best or worst.
He's down home. I could show you.
Anyway,
I thought you did show me some of those videos, Michael. You did show me those videos. Some of those
Some
videos.
of them.
those were not.
the real good ones.
Oh,
You only saw the bad ones.
okay.
Anyway,
I only saw the bad ones. Okay.
so anyway, because of Rob, I became a manager, and I worked the independent circuits through Rambo, through Doc Diamond, through Bobby Rydell, through Keith, through all these different places. And because of him, I worked 16, 17, 18 states, whatever it was. And I really talked to him today and thanked him
Yeah.
for getting me into the business. But here is an article that was put out. The reason I'm talking about all of this stuff is this article. So there's going to be a match in this Friday in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, and Rob Noxious, his words will become action and reality. The neat thing about this, now here's what this whole thing is about. The whole thing that all this talk is all about.
I'm sorry for a gentleman.
He's not really sorry, I can tell.
No, for a gentleman that doesn't really know which one is which one is Rob?
Neither one of those.
Okay.
I don't know what you're looking at, so I can't answer
I'm
that.
sorry, the picture.
Oh,
the
well, if you
picture
look
that is on-
down, he is Rob Noxious right here. And
No,
he-
I'm talking about the one that's up
No,
there.
neither one of them.
neither of
Yeah.
those.
Okay, thank you very much. That
Rob lives 2 streets over from us.
I understand that. You told me how many times now.
Now, according to this,
The
by
guy with the light on is Rob. Do you want me to repeat the exact words?
anyway, the article says by day he's a well-spoken, mild-mannered promoter businessman, focused on crunching numbers and all other details that ensure everything comes out right. But the night transforms him into a vicious, bloodthirsty warrior of the top rope.
Yep.
He doesn't have a split personality as much as he does an alter ego. And it talks about his real name, which is Robert Mort, and his stage name, which is Rob Noxious. Now, I started reading this, and I thought, oh, that's great. He's doing this. He's got, all this publicity.
He said, 20 years in the business now?
Well, 20 years in owning the business,
Okay.
in owning a school. So he talks about, he talks about how he got in the business and everything. But the funny part is, and I did not know any of this. He has a show this Friday. Jimmy Hart's going to be there. We've had him on the show a couple times, and we love Jimmy Hart. He's going to be at the Eagles Hall at 116 North 8th Street in Lebanon, and it's going to be their Black Friday show. Tickets are $15 and $20 and can be purchased by calling 717-379-4599 or 484-215-8492.
So you're telling me I may actually see Bret Hart too there?
No.
No,
Oh, I'm
Jimmy.
sorry.
Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart. I apologize.
Yeah, you will
Anyway,
see Jimmy.
so I kept reading this thing, and I thought, this is awesome. I'm reading this all, and I'm getting to the point where
I may
it
actually-
says
I'm a celebrity.
besides
Mike Trash.
it says here we have people coming to our shows who are rich and people who are living paycheck to paycheck, and this is the part that
Must have missed it, Mike.
He did.
well, I am doing a show right now, so I am reading a little bit here, but this is the part that caught me. Okay, it says, in many ways, the professional wrestling side of Mort's life is a 34-year manifestation of the video game. Rob Noxious couldn't exist without Robert Mort, but neither could Robert Mort exist without Rob Noxious. And then I thought, well, that's true. Then the next paragraph is what drew me in. The next paragraph, when I was 17 or 18, I used to play this wrestling video game with my friend. You had to come up with a name for your character, and I couldn't. So my friend said, Rob Noxious. He said, that'll suit you. And then the next line, his name was Mike Trash. It stuck, and I've been going by it ever since.
Yep.
See, I named him way back then. And I didn't expect my name to come up in this article at all. I just was looking at this article about my friend, and boom, he mentioned me. So I got a mention in his thing. It just made me feel really good because,
Just
you
like
know.
he did in Jimmy Valiant's book 3 times.
Yeah. He didn't do it 3 times, though. Anyway.
So basically, what you're telling me is that I'll probably wet my pants when I go into Black Friday to see these gentlemen.
I hope not.
No, I'm only kidding.
Well, if we're
You know,
taking
I'm
your
probably
car,
going to be one of those. I'm going to be actually see a big celebrity and go open my mouth and go. Okay, and I won't
They would
be
call
able to
you
say
a
nothing.
they would call you a Mark,
Right.
a wrestling
not Mike,
Mark.
I know that.
I think that's what his name will be here,
Mark.
Mark. We're going to call you Mark. Any wrestling
and
segments?
by the way, the other one I said what that you missed. We were reading. I said I would actually see a celebrity besides Mike Trash. Is what I said.
You'll see a real celebrity, not me. But it's just kind of cool that he is having this show this Friday, and I'm very excited for him. I'm glad he's.
I was going to say, he's been running on Black Friday for several years now, because I remember
I worked a lot of the shows.
when
so.
they first started doing it, I went to a couple.
And I will tell you this. This is all ego aside. It's going to sound like it's egotistical. Out of everyone that came out of his promotion, I'm going to go on a gamble and say this, and I'll probably make some people mad. I have been to more states and promotions than any of his other people that have been there. And that's probably true. Because a lot of his people were afraid to go outside of his circle. I was bold, and I was not afraid to go to promotions out of state, and whether it be Atlanta, Georgia, or South Carolina, or North Carolina, or Rhode Island, or Connecticut, or Indiana, or Ohio. Regularly, we were in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia. I mean, on a regular basis. So I would say that I probably went to more places. And I would spread the word that this is the place to go to train, because Rob has a good training regiment that he uses. And I'm just very happy for him, and I think that he truly deserves the kudos, because he worked hard to make this promotion work. And he teaches people how to wrestle, and a lot of these promotions have wrestling schools, but a lot of these promotions are less than a year old, and the person's only been in the business less than a year. So how could they teach?
Right.
This is a guy that has been in the business for a long time, and
Well, we've seen the way Rob teaches too.
yeah. Well, I saw it firsthand because
Yeah.
I used to go there firsthand, and but it just is just really. I think it's really cool that he's out there and still doing it, and like I said, he deserves the kudos, because he's been working hard to make this happen, and I'm real proud of him. I think he definitely worked hard to get where he is, and he's doing what he loves. Many of us don't ever get to do what we love. So
Well, hopefully, we'll get a chance this Friday.
yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll even show up. I don't know. I may not. It's hard to say. But I'm very pleased with his promotion, and pleased that he's been able to take it this far.
And I like the fact that, he's really local.
Oh yeah.
And he branched off and was running in Lewistown.
Yes.
He helped get that one going.
Yes.
So, he's willing to help. He's willing to help anybody.
Yeah. Well, and I remember when I first got in the business, a lot of the connotation of Rob was not good, and I spread the word that he was a good promoter, and he's done a lot of work that proved that he's a good promoter and a good wrestler, and I call him friend because, I've known him for a long time. So if that's 34 years, what's 34 years then? That would be what is this? This is that would be in the 90s. That means he started in 94 then, I guess, or 95. No, it can't be 95 because that's when I moved.
1987 is 34 years.
No, that's 40 years.
No,
it?
Because I'll be
87?
I'll be hitting my 35th class reunion next year.
Oh, that is okay. Well, that's got to be. Then that's when he went to. That timeline might work. I think that might be right then. I don't know. Anyway, it's just really cool. He's he's a pretty good promoter, and I'm glad to see he's still out there doing things. So
yeah, whenever Rob comes down past the house, if I'm out, he'll wave or blow the horn or whatever. And I like seeing him out there. You wouldn't think he's this really bad guy because he's not. He's quiet.
He is a bad guy.
Get out of there.
He's a bad guy that people cheer because he's been a fan favorite as a bad guy.
I know, and I love you too.
Oh, what you doing, puppy? You trying to get over to me? I know you got to climb over her to get to me. I tried to give you that microphone, but you won't speak into it either. All right, next one. Guitars played by U2, The Edge, David Gilmour, Amy Winehouse sell big at the auction. So another auction has gone by, and it says guitars owned by The Edge, Eddie Van Halen, Elvis Presley, Eric Clapton were among the highest bid items at a rock-themed auction. They raked in over $5 million.
Wow.
Julian's Auctions, Idols, and Icons rock and roll event has a David Gilmour stage-used guitar, and it went for $200,000. $200,000 for a guitar. Doubling the pre-auction estimate. And Amy Winehouse's Fender Stratocaster, which the late singer played in the Take the Box music video, sold for $153,000. $153,000 for a guitar. I mean, the Eddie Van Halen they were selling for like that too. They were like $300,000 though. So then it says here, despite the controversy around Clapton, his stance on vaccinations and COVID lockdowns, people are still liking the song Layla, and Clapton's used guitar that he used from that song with Dominic and the Derek and the Dominoes sold for $625,000 for a guitar, beating its $500,000 pre-auction estimate. Clapton's handwritten lyrics for Layla sold for, guess how much? Just for handwritten lyrics.
$53 million.
Okay, that's a bit extreme, but
you said guess.
That's a good guess.
I was going to say about $10 million.
You guys are both insane. It sold for $37,500. The low end. This is a handwritten piece of paper, people. This isn't gold.
You never know.
Edge's guitar has an Gibson Explorer electric guitar used for the Joshua Tree tour. It sold for $437,500, while Bono's 2005 Gretsch Irish Falcon played live when U2 performed One and Walk On, sold for $115,000. Says here, however, some of the auction's more noticeable previously announced items like Kurt Cobain's artwork and Robert Plant's handwritten lyrics from Led Zeppelin's Kashmir never made it to the auction block for unspecified reasons. It wasn't just, but basically, I would just love to go to one of those just to see what kind of money would be, coming out of some of their stuff. That's just crazy. Just how would you like to have? I mean, people make fun of me because I bought a $150,000 car, and at least I didn't buy a guitar for $450,000. Not that I could buy one, but just crazy. So,
Hi, puppy.
why is this stuff going so slow? Damn it. Okay. Chavo Guerrero. You know Chavo Guerrero?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a story coming up
Hi.
after this next story.
No.
So, yesterday, last night, WWE was on.
Yes.
And while it was on,
No.
there was a fan that ambushed Seth Rollins at the Barclays Center, and he got charged with jumping the stage. So this was really interesting because I don't think that they thought that this was going to happen. Okay, here's Seth Rollins over here. I could probably make this bigger. So Seth Rollins is here. I'm going to back this up a little bit. So you can see right now, got to back up even further. Okay, Seth Rollins was attacked by a fan. And this got on TV because they were following Seth Rollins back to the back, and this guy comes barreling out of the audience, and he slammed into Seth Rollins, knocking him to the ground. I don't know who it was, but it wasn't good for him. It's not going to be good for him. Let's put it this way. And Rollins got him in a headlock, a front face lock, and kind of. I'll show you the video though. But anyway, that was kind of freaky because I haven't seen that happen in a long time. And actually, it scares me because when you're talking about Chainsaw, if he had grabbed me when he tried to jump the rails,
You could have gotten hurt.
I could have gotten hurt, or I could have hurt him because I had a chair in my hand.
Right.
And I told him if he didn't get down, I was going to swing the chair at him. And fortunately, he got down. I don't know if he got down on his own. What is she doing now?
Shit.
What?
Plates.
Oh, I don't care about that. Yeah, you'll still be in that chair even if you leave, because you're still looking down at the. See, you were looking down at her. Why didn't you stop her? Anyway,
Took off running.
it says the fan who ambushed Seth Rollins after the match at the Barclays Center on Monday night has been changed in connection to the attack. Yeah, I don't think she's scared. I think she was more scared when I said something to her. She's just saying, who do you think you are? That dog is a trip. Anyway, so, yeah, there are all kinds of videos. The guy's name is Elijah Spencer. He's of Red Hook, New York, I think it was. And he allegedly jumped the guardrail. I don't think there's any allegedness about this. He jumped the guardrail and tackled WWE star as he walked back. So here's a still of that, and there's Rollins. Now here there is a video down here. Oh, where is it? There was a video. Oh, maybe it's the other. Okay, the other article had the video, but it was scary because one of our biggest fears being in the business is that when you're attacked by someone outside the business, you don't know what you're going to get. And back in Bobby Heenan's day, he talked about people that shot at them when they were trying to leave the stadium, and and they had bullet holes in their car back in those days. That's back in the 70s. But when you're working with fans that really believe this stuff, you could find out how crazy they can really be. And I'll tell you from my own experience, there were a couple times I wasn't sure if I was going to get out alive. Get down, 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 down. Get down, down. Okay, so.
Yeah, all I have to say is Puerto Rican Day Festival.
Well, that's what I was thinking about. I'll probably talk about that a little bit. But anyway, here is Chavo Guerrero takes an unveiled takes a veiled shot at Seth Rollins after the attack. But down here, there is a. This is a Twitter. Yeah, this is a Twitter of what happened, and it's really kind of funny because here's Rollins walking back to the back, and if you look, there's a guy coming flying out, and Rollins grabbed him, but the referee grabbed a hold of the guy and was trying to knock the guy off, and the other guys, trying to help Rollins get out of here, and Rollins was pissed. But that was a real attack. That was a real attack, and I'll tell you, that always scares me when I was a kid, I'll never forget this, and I told this story on the show a million times, but I don't think I've told it since he was on the show. If
I was him, I'd sue him all the way. You can't really. You can't. The guy probably got nothing, but still,
WWE
press charges and all that stuff.
WWE will not tolerate that kind of thing. They're gonna definitely prosecute to the fullest extent. They handed the guy over to the police because he obviously was in the wrong. When I was a kid, there was a tag team called the Blackjacks, Blackjack Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza, and my mother liked the Blackjacks. And what she got? She doesn't want that. Yeah, make sure she doesn't eat that. That's. I'm going to put Baby Gates up, and I'm going to stop her from coming down here, I think. Anyway, so she loved the Blackjacks. She liked Blackjack Mulligan, I think. Anyway, but she also liked the team they were going against, which was Pat Barrett and Tony Garea.
And it's hard when your two favorite teams are going against.
Well, her favorite person was Pat Barrett. So what happened was at the end of the night, the Blackjacks beat up Pat Barrett. My mother was so mad. She took her picture and she ripped it up right there. And I just thought it was hilarious that she did that. But when they beat up Pat Barrett, somebody ran into the ring, and the Blackjack just beat the living daylights out of it. They were taken away by the police as well, and I think they took them out with a bit of a bloody face and stuff because they had no mercy. Because they grabbed the guy came in with a chair, and they grabbed the chair from him and beat the living daylights out of him. But he got prosecuted too. So you got to be worried about think about what you're doing, because you could be seriously hurt by the wrestlers if you jump the wrestlers. So
and they'll tell
I'm not gonna bring you no more drinks.
When you're at the show, don't touch the wrestlers.
Right, you're not allowed to leave your chair. For the most part, and but it's scary when you're in that situation.
He looked like he came from behind that curtain.
He came where he came from. All right, we'll back that up. I'll talk about that as soon as this goes through. Okay, so he came from. All right, this is the. He came from a little bit. Let me go play in it here. Okay, so he came from up here and ran around and jumped him.
Right.
So if you watch, you'll see him right there. He came out of the audience right in the. He's right there.
Right.
So he came out. He didn't even do a good attack. Plus his butt was out. We don't want to see that. Just when you get that kind of crazy.
See, I would have thought that would have been a plan.
He's pulling his hair and shit.
Oh, he was. He's a baby. He also busted open Seth Rollins. I don't think Seth was bloodied from the ring, and his mouth was bleeding.
He's swearing and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was mad.
He was pissed.
Yeah, he was mad.
I would be. I know I would be.
Yeah, and the thing is, they can't show this on TV.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to hear the swearing and all that other stuff, and they don't want other people to be encouraged to do it. Maybe he did do it in the ring, but his mouth is bloodied.
My question is though, when you said they didn't show it on TV,
They didn't have a choice. They showed a part of it because they were watching Rollins walk back.
right?
And he got attacked. In a minute he got attacked, they switched cameras, but I knew it happened. That's why I knew it was real, because they switched the cameras.
Right.
If it wasn't real and it was setting up an angle, we would have seen who it was and they would have talked about it.
Right.
They'd never mentioned it on the air. Well, I think they did, but I think that if you see a replay, you're not going to see it. So it sucks, and it really sucks for that guy, because he's going to get prosecuted. I mean, I'm all for prosecuting, because
My question
You
is,
stay
I'm
away
wondering
from-
if he was drunk.
probably
Probably. You know, I mean,
don't matter if you're drunk
and the
or
thing
high
is,
or whatever.
you know,
You're still
well, I
gonna,
understand that, but the thing of it is, it's going to be like, okay, so I was drunk that night, and he's going to blame it on, okay, I was intoxicated.
don't matter.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
You
now
can't-
he's
you
going
gotta
to
be
spend
able to control your
probably
alcohol.
20 years in jail because I got drunk one night.
They'll probably just fine him.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is, it's almost like a drunk driver.
Probably a little less dangerous, but
Well,
could be dangerous if the guy had a knife.
yeah.
You never know what you're getting into. You know, the 2 times that it happened to me were in the same month. And I was doing the same angle both times. And the angle was, I was the ref for the Trash Talking Radio belt. And I was doing kind of calls that were borderline trouble.
Obnoxious.
And the angle worked in Pennsylvania and in New York just equally the same.
Last line.
Because the one time I was with the one time it was Rob Noxious, or it was Rob Cook and Cage.
I'll straighten that out when we get home.
That was in
alright.
New York.
No, I'll straighten that out when we get home.
Okay, we're
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
the people don't have any idea what you're talking about, so let's stick to topic. But it was the first time it was Rob and Cage going against each other, and I was the ref. That brought out Chainsaw to come after me. The second time was Nate Blazer.
Now, when you were doing the referee in this thing, did you know, like, what was going to happen? Did you know?
Why would I know that?
Well, I mean, I'm talking about like when they came after you or something like that. Did you know they were going to come after you, or was
The
it?
people in the audience?
Yes.
No.
No.
That's why I was scared for my life. They were both times. It was the one guy was a guy with a mohawk, and his name was Chainsaw. The other guy, I don't know who he was. I think he was a father or something of one of the wrestlers, of probably the guy. Who was the guy that came out to the Ed House? Ed House, and he was taking on Nate Blaze. Not what was his name? Jay Money for the belt, for the Trash Talking Radio belt. But I did the same angle there, and we got the same reaction too, because we got them so mad and so riled up that this one guy was going to come up and get me, and so that was kind of scary.
Well, even the Puerto Rican Day Festival, when you
Well,
assaulted them.
That was a different thing. That was a different angle, and no, I had no idea that it was going to turn out that way, but it should have turned out that way, because if you're going to disrespect a whole race of people,
Yeah.
those kind of things might
Did you
happen.
intend that to happen, or
To make them mad?
Well, you just said that you disrespected a whole
Yeah.
race of people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, did you sort of expect that, or did you not?
I thought they would embrace it. I
Well-
thought they would come up and hug me and say,
Well-
we
I
love you,
understand
Mike
that, but
Trash.
that's the reaction you were trying to get. In other words, right? No. Okay.
I was trying to get them mad at me, yes. That was my job. My job was to
Right.
make them not like me, and I succeeded. I was
Yeah,
good
more
at
than
that.
you wanted to, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
That's when it goes over the top. Sometimes you got to find where that line is, and
Yeah.
you try to not cross it. I kind of
Right.
crossed it on all three of the,
Right.
or four of those.
Well, when you tell them in their native language to kiss your ass.
I didn't know. I didn't know what I was reading a 3x5 card. I didn't even know what it said. I just I don't know Spanish.
I bet you don't remember that line either.
I really don't.
Muesa mi puente.
Why would you say that to me?
Because I can.
What are you doing?
And she's out here.
Yeah, you.
You're being bad. Bad girl.
So anyway, so those are 4 times that I've actually been scared of what was going to happen.
Yeah, because I
The one was
remember that
outdoors too. It was a Puerto Rican Day festival, and there were thousands of people there, and we were in an enclosed area, so 3 sides were enclosed. The way I'd had to go was through the crowd to leave, and it was scary.
It's get in the car and get out of here.
Did you have any protection? Like, I mean, people...
I had condoms.
Oh, jeez.
I don't think that would help during
Who did we have with us? C.J. O'Doyle and
No.
and SLG.
Well, that was on the one, but the other one was
Cheyenne. You don't.
she
need
has a
that.
candle.
Yes.
Could you grab that candle that she's eating?
You don't need that. No.
Cheyenne,
Come here.
you gotta stop. Gotta stop. I really am getting fed up with you. Gonna give you back to the Humane Society, and I'm gonna tell them to lock you up in a secure place. Anyway, so
Why you were there so long? Everybody gave you back.
yeah, that could be the reason. But the thing is,
No, you're bad. I know. I don't do bad girls. No.
yes, you do.
Hey.
Yes, you do. Y'all bus. Bad girl, what you gonna do? But anyway, all right, next story. You know who Michael Strahan is, right?
Yes.
Do you know who Michael? Okay,
Yes.
and who did he play for?
He played for the New York Giants.
Good Morning
All right.
America.
And now he's on Good Morning America.
And now he's gonna get to go into space.
Nice.
Michael Strahan blasting off on Blue Origin. So he's going on Bezos spacecraft. That's cool. I mean, if I want to go to space, that'd be cool. I don't want to go to space. I am happy on this planet. I don't need another planet.
I like both feet on the ground.
I don't understand. I understand, like, they want to go into space, but if your profession was not to do that, like an astronaut, why do you want to do it?
Oh, there's all kinds of people that love that.
Say you did it.
Oh, I know lots of people that would love to go to
There's a lot of
space.
things I want to say I did, and I can't.
You can say it.
Well, yeah, I could say I did it, but, I'd be lying. Of course, I lie all the time, too, so.
I didn't need to hear that.
The Good Morning America host just revealed a secret that Jeff Bezos gave him a ring not too long ago and invited him to hitch a ride into space. The thing is, Jeff Bezos is smart by giving these guys this, because people are he's getting funding from people that are following this stuff. So, I mean, not that Bezos has a lot of money. He doesn't have to worry about it. But I think it's really cool that these guys are into going. I wouldn't want to go. I'd pass it and let anybody else want to go in place of me. But
Well, that's because you're
Just
afraid
not-
of heights.
I just don't have any need to be out. And I've lost a lot of people in the past 7 years.
Yes.
7, to be exact.
Yes.
For the I don't want to be one of those numbers. So, anyway, I'm more than happy to let someone else go in my place, and then I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to be called a coward, and all that stuff. I am a coward when it comes to going into space, but I don't. It's not something that I have never been really interested in space all that much anyway. But there are people that are. There are people that would love to go there. I just don't have any desire. So, all right, next. I don't think I talked about this on the show, so if I did, you have to excuse me, but
That must be that old memory.
Elon Musk his mother, mocked Biden for saying GM electrified the entire automobile industry. Now, anyone that hasn't been living under a rock knows that Tesla has electrified
Yes.
the whole industry and has made people want cars. Do you know that 64% of the electric vehicles in America are Teslas?
I believe that.
No,
did not know
I'm wrong.
that.
I'm wrong. That's a lie. That's right. I'm sorry. That's a lie. Probably closer to 80%. But Tesla has gone up 50 or 64% in value.
There she goes.
Yeah, I don't care if she looks. I think it's close to that.
I wasn't looking at that.
Oh, okay. Because I read
I
that.
did not know that, and now I do.
But it's really the interesting part is that the other Tesla has made enough money to buy any or several of the car manufacturers. Like the value of the Tesla stock could buy Ford, could buy
GM.
no, well, maybe GM, but it can buy GM by itself. But I'm saying Ford, VW, and Toyota all combined, they have enough money to buy all three of those at the same time. You looking at Aptera? I got an Aptera story too. So I did find an interesting thing about Aptera. So anyway, I just think it's weird, and in fact, I read about this dissing of Tesla before I got this story, and in fact, I sent. The president had a summit, an EV summit, and invited all of the electric car manufacturers except Tesla, and says that GM has electrified the automobile industry. GM has not electrified the automobile industry. In fact, GM made the Bolt, and the Bolts have all been recalled. Not just one or two, all of them have been. And do you know they've sold, I believe it was, I want to say 140,000 Bolts. 140,000 Bolts. That's not very many.
That must be his old-time memory.
Well, anyway, so
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
What? I didn't hear you.
Exactly.
so Maya or May Musk has criticized Joe Biden for saying that GM led the electrification in the U.S. Biden visited GM's new EV plant last week and took a spin on its electric Hummer. Tesla CEO Elon Musk joked about Biden's lack of interest in his company on Twitter. And so it just shows how far out of touch our president is in another thing, you know. Saying that GM is the reason. No, GM is not the reason. You know, if you want to look up something, look up GM recalls Bolt. And just out of curiosity, how many Bolts did they recall? I don't scroll down. It might there it is down there. The headaches with the battery. It should say how many were recalled. I'm just curious because a lot of these Bolt owners want their money back because they've had so many issues with their Bolts. 68,000 Bolts.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the most that they sold. I believe 68,000 is what they sold, or
Since they're recalling over 68,000.
because they actually are recalling all of the Bolts. That's what I read. So
Which the recall, which affects about 141,000 vehicles globally.
what did I say? What did I say? How many did I say?
68.
No, before that I said like 140,000. I think is what I said. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the company that electrified our nation. One that recalled all of their cars, not the one that put a lot of cars out and they're still out there. If it weren't for Tesla, nobody would be looking at bolts or would be looking at anybody else. Would be looking at electric. Nobody would be looking at electric if it weren't for Tesla. It says here the CEO's mother was referencing GM's cancellation of its electric car program in 2003 when it said it could not sell enough EV1s to turn a profit on the vehicle. Nearly 20 years later, Tesla became the second fastest company in history to hit $1 trillion. Do you know that I don't think Chevy's even at $1 trillion
I don't think so.
valuation? Elon responded to his mother's tweet with a sigh. After the event, both Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris praised the GM's work. Biden posted a picture of himself with GM's new electric Hummer. A lot of you folks know I'm a car guy. I've gotten a chance to drive some pretty incredible vehicles over the years, but I could have never imagined ones like the electric vehicle I took a spin in today. The future is electric and will be made right here in America. Tesla fans were quick to point out Biden and Harris's failure to mention the company's success, and Elon Musk joked about the two politicians. Maybe they're NPCs or Tesla isn't in their dialogue tree. He said, let's see if we can get them to say the word Tesla. And so it's not the first time that Biden has appeared to snub Tesla. Earlier this year, the White House didn't invite Tesla to its EV summit. At the time, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, or whatever her name, was asked whether Tesla was excluded from the event because its employees were not part of an automotive union. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Musk has said publicly discouraged its union efforts at his company. In March, the National Labor Relations Board called for the CEO to delete a tweet that was seen as threatening towards labor organizers. So anyway, as it turns out, our own president has dissed him, and which led to my sending a tweet. I was really mad when I saw this. I was like, how could you diss this? I mean, seriously, it doesn't make sense that we would talk about this crap. Oh shoot, where is it? Where's that? There it is. I said some car guy that president is by not acknowledging Elon Musk and his advances in EV by reinventing history, saying that GM is the leader. Not inviting Tesla to the EV summit was effed up too. So that's my opinion on that.
Cheyenne.
You know, anybody that wants to seriously talk about EVs has to talk about Tesla. There's just no option there. Oh, what in the world? Where did you get? What's she doing now? Jeez, that girl. She's going to be the death of me. Cheyenne, stop. Come here. Come here. You don't have it anymore, do you? Where's it at? Cheyenne. Cheyenne, come here. Stop. You need to stop it. You need to behave. You need to behave. Stop. I'm telling you. You need to stop. Damn it. Stop. Anyway. All right. Anyway, so I found that very disrespectful of our president, first off, and very disrespectful of the president's office to, you know, I don't even know what that is.
Santa Claus.
I know, but it's something. I don't even know what it is. You gotta behave, girl. All right. Next topic.
Does she do that upstairs?
She's been doing that a lot lately. I don't understand why she's doing this
Probably
stuff.
trying to get attention.
She needs to stop asking for attention because she's going to end up getting me really mad. Between the packages that she leaves downstairs and the stuff that I have to constantly watch her. And she only does it, like, she doesn't do it she doesn't do it at nighttime. She does it whenever I have the door open to the living room and when we are here. Most of the
That's what
time,
I've
she's
noticed.
okay.
I've noticed a lot that she does it more when we're down here every Tuesday night.
For the attention.
Well, right, and for the attention because one of us or whatever is not giving her the attention.
Okay, there's a confirmation on Brian Laundrie's cause of death.
Yes.
You know who he is, right?
Yes.
Probably not. I mean,
He-
Gabrielle Petito.
He was Gabrielle Petito's boyfriend.
Okay.
He killed her,
Okay.
and they now know what killed him.
Himself.
Yes, he shot his head off. I wanted him to get killed by an alligator. Well, I mean, I want his death to be quick, or want it to be not as quick, because he killed that girl,
That's true.
and now it's all over. And
It's not like he's going to rot away in jail.
right, and I would have loved him to have lived, like without an arm and leg and all that kind of stuff, so he could realize how much pain he's caused by that. Just really, it's kind of sucks because those family members are never going to have, are never going to feel
They're not going to have the closure
right.
that they need
That's what
to
I want
have
to say. I couldn't think
because
of the word.
it's like he's already dead. So
Yes.
he took their daughter from them or their family member, their loved one, and yet he took his own life.
Right. He's a coward.
Yeah.
He's a killer and a coward.
I mean, his family's going to be like, okay, we miss him, but it's like, did you really stop to think that he took somebody else's life too?
Okay. Man who was declared dead wakes up 7 hours later in a mortuary freezer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a heavy sleeper. An Indian man was declared dead by doctors. Oh, I think I might have had this on my
Oh.
on my list because I remember something about this. An Indian man was declared dead by doctors and kept in a mortuary freezer for 7 hours, when actually he was found out to be alive, to the amazement and bewilderment of his family. Srikesh Kumar, a 45-year-old electrician, was in critical condition after being hit by a motorbike. Where does that happen?
Apparently
In India.
In India, yeah.
In New Delhi. Should have gone to the old Delhi. Could have got a better sandwich there. After being taken to the hospital, he was declared dead by the. And who are the doctors that declared him dead? I don't want to ever have to go to a doctor in New Delhi. Oh man!
Especially if they declare you dead.
Yeah.
You better make sure
What in
you're
the
dead.
world? How? Oh, do not go to that hospital. Whatever you do, stay away from that hospital. Oh man, that's going to be egg in the face. You got to think now. What are their superiors saying? But he was dead. I swear he was dead.
And that's the thing, because, I mean, with all the funerals and stuff that we've been to lately,
Oh.
you really want to think that whoever's in that casket's going to pop up and say, gotcha, or
Yeah.
April Fools, or
Well,
something like that.
if that was
no,
Ken's,
and be honest with you, and I don't want to bring up a sad moment again. I was really, when I went up to that casket of Ken's, really thinking, my God, he was going to pop up and go, surprise.
well, that would be an expensive joke,
Yes.
Right, exactly.
and he
it's like,
and he would have died later on that day from me choking him because I was distraught
Yes, you were.
and still am. So
No.
You wouldn't be thinking, you could say you did it by reason of mental disease or defect.
it was grief.
Yes.
Ken caused me grief.
And he'd never
Oh, by
do
the
that.
way, this is a video. Watch. Oh, I won't do it now. Do it again. Do it. Wait. Watch. Okay, now it's not going to do it. Now you're not going to do it.
bone.
Yes. Well, she's right behind you.
Anyway,
Like, I can see in back of me.
Yeah, you have eyes in the back of your head.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
all right. Now we're getting into. All right, this is the new stuff. Okay. Oh, do you remember when Christopher Columbus? I was trying to bring up that article about Christopher Columbus that I couldn't find no matter what.
Okay.
I found it.
What do you have now? Cheyenne, what do you have?
Come here, girl.
Come here.
Come here. Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
Come here.
Can she have a piece of your
No,
crust?
I want to know what she's doing.
Well,
What you doing? Come here.
get her
Come
away
here.
from it.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What do you got?
The other spray thing.
Oh no, that's the thing that goes in that other thing. Hey, Cheyenne, come here. Why do you got to do this? Why can't you be a good dog? There are good dogs out there that want homes.
You want to talk? I'll let you talk.
Yeah, you want this? Too bad.
Here, I'll even let you talk. You want to talk?
Looks like it wasn't even opened yet. Oh, or is that a used one? It is a used one. I don't know what to do about her. She's got to stop. Anyway, I'm going to put that gate upstairs, and then then I at least won't see her screw everything up, and when I get mad after the show's over, nobody will have
You
proof.
ate all those.
Anyway,
The thing of it is, though, if you do that, I mean, is she going to try and get up something in upstairs, or?
she doesn't do it when I'm... she doesn't do it unless there's a show or I have the room open to the living room. She doesn't do it any other time. So, all right. So, I was talking to...
She's definitely...
I was talking about Christopher Columbus a couple weeks ago when Columbus Day was happening, and it talks about here's the stories that it's a little late, but it's
Now what do you have?
now what does she have?
Another one?
Oh, jeez,
Cheyenne.
that dog
come
is going to drive me crazy.
Come here, girl. Come here.
Cheyenne,
Come here.
drop it.
Come here.
Come here.
Come on. There's nothing in there.
Why?
She ate them all.
Why did you give them all to her?
There was just crumbs. Come here, Cheyenne. Come here. Come here.
Come here.
Hey, you want something? Yeah, look.
That works.
I'm smarter than the average dog.
All right. So a couple months ago, when Columbus Day was up, we were talking about. Says, as an Italian-American tyke, I was proud to celebrate Columbus Day. It didn't merit the attention of St. Patrick's Day that got in my Catholic school
Get out of there.
with Irish dancing, shamrocks, and green cupcakes, but it still mattered. One of my ancestors discovered America. How cool was that? Turns out the Irish had the better role model. No matter how you look at it, Columbus is not somebody we Italians should honor. But we should quit our efforts to salvage a holiday that brings up no glory and reinforcing the pain of descendants of the people he exploited. Historical record has emerged over time. It's quite clear. Although Columbus was a skilled navigator, he mistakenly thought he could find a fast route to India and China by sailing west, and convinced the Spanish monarchs to bankroll his expedition. So he kind of lied to them, saying, hey, we can get there quicker if we do this. Instead, he landed in the Bahamas and encountered the Taino people. When he met them, he wrote in his journal that these peaceful indigenous people had the makings of good servants, and put them to work in mining gold and facing amputation or death if they came up short. This is serious stuff. Columbus was personally entitled to 10% of the booty. The rest went to Spain. Later, he would ship thousands of Taino back to Spain to be sold into slavery.
Wait, you said how much booty was he entitled to?
10%.
So is that what you'd make as a booty call?
I guess so.
Okay.
Get 10%. So he sold them into the slavery, while the diseases the explorers brought decimated the tribe. So while before him they were thriving, after him they ended up dying. Even by the norms, the Columbus was excessive. As governor of the West Indies, he imposed such brutal punishments on anyone that got in his way, including the Spanish colonists who tried to defy or belittle him. He was sacked by his royal backers and returned to Spain. Clinging to the need to honor Columbus goes beyond the venerating one person. It means keeping faith in the Eurocentric view of word that exalts white male explorers who discovered continents that were inhabited by uncivilized barbarians. Uncivilized is in quotes, because everyone thought that he came here and found America and he thought it was India. People don't realize he was not a very nice guy. He was a very, very uncool guy. It says, indeed, extolling Columbus helped the U.S. create an image of itself as exceptional. As his myth grew, he became the model for American daring and persistence against all odds. Someone whose explorations had been blessed by the divine providence. His voyage to America opened the door to founding of the United States, thus was a blessing by God too. How intertwined Columbus is with his American vision is evident in the number of monuments to him. According to researchers at the Monument Lab, he ranks third behind Lincoln and Washington. The controversy of what to do with all those statues likely will play out for years. Italians weren't even the focus of America's original glorification of the explorer. It was only when the Italian Americans became lynched and the Italian government got upset when the Italian immigrants' quest to honor Columbus and associate their heritage with him dovetailed with efforts to diffuse diplomatic controversy. He was, like I said, he was not a good person at all. In 1891, 11 Sicilian immigrants were lynched in New Orleans after a mob blamed them for killing the city's police chief, even though a jury hadn't convicted them. The Sicilians were targeted for lynching in part because they worked the same jobs as African Americans and often lived in their communities, leading Southerners to consider them more black than white. The New Orleans lynching was roundly praised. Rising political star Teddy Roosevelt called it a rather good thing. A New York Times headline was jubilant. Chief Hennessy avenged 11 of his Italian assassins lynched by a mob. The Italian government was not so sanguine. It broke off diplomatic relations with the United States and demanded and received reparations. To further make up for the incident, President Benjamin Harris in 1892 proclaimed a one-time holiday to observe the 400th anniversary of the Columbus discovery of the New World. Harrison didn't single out Italians, however, rather extolled Columbus as the pioneer of progress and enlightenment. So in today's environment, Biden would have thought he was a great guy. But anyway, it just kind of was scary when I started reading all this stuff about why people didn't want a Columbus Day, because he was really that evil.
Maybe he thought he was in wrestling and trying to be a bad guy.
Wrestling wasn't around then.
Oh,
At least
well,
not.
at least the kind of wrestling that we know.
At least
Maybe it was different
WWE.
back then.
It was F.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the article that I wanted to share with you back during a Columbus Day thing that I thought was really important, because we're always saying Columbus Day is, important, and then you got people, the indigenous people, saying, why is it that important to you? Because he slaughtered our people.
Yeah, that's
and he
true.
took our people into slavery. So that's why we have Indigenous Peoples Day, because he's really not a hero to anybody. He shouldn't be. He's no role model. So it scares me that she's being quiet.
Well,
I don't know. She maybe went up to her room. All right, Kyle Rittenhouse. We got to talk about him.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about him other than he got freed of all charges. I don't think that I'm saying an unpopular thing when I say he should have gotten something. He should have gotten, I understand that he killed 2 people. That means something, although that could be considered self-defense.
And they said it was self-defense.
However,
But he was an underage kid
if
with
you're
a gun.
well, okay, I'll go there too. He was an out-of-stater.
Okay.
He was coming to protect his grandparents' place and gas station that they owned. He was underage. He was 17. He was carrying a gun strapped to his chest. He was looking for trouble, and he got it.
Yep.
He killed the one guy before, I believe, before he had to kill, before the video that they showed of him being attacked by a bunch of people. He had already killed one person, and they were going after him because he killed that one person. This is a time when I think maybe we didn't do the right thing, and it's a very unpopular situation. I was talking to Danny, and he just was going off, and you can't, when somebody, it's like a Biden-Trump thing or a get vaccinated, not vaccinated thing. You're not going to win. You're not going to win that argument. So I'm not going to waste my breath. And he, of course, he was telling me that I'm so depressed and that my life is, ever since Pam died, I had given up on my music.
No, you haven't.
Once again, spoke about something he doesn't know. Yes, I'm messed up about Ken dying, but I know that I have to get through this, and I'm doing what I have to do to get through it. So I'll leave it at that. Okay, 11-year-old is lone survivor of a Michigan plane crash. Wow. Think about this, man. You're in a plane with all these people. The plane crashes. Everyone's dead except you. How would that mess with your head?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, it would really mess with
you. It really would, because here's everyone that she went her family that she went on a trip with. They're all gone. I'm messed up because Ken died.
Yeah.
She lost her whole family. The commercial aircraft carrying 5 passengers was arriving at Welk Airport. I guess it's Welk, just off Michigan's North Peninsula when it crashed. And it says the Coast Guard tweeted that 2 of the passengers survived, but later reported that 4, including the girl's father, died. That's got to be such a freaking... Wow, how's that girl? I mean,
That's what I would say.
At that age, too. At that age. I mean, at least I'm of age to try to understand it, but I can't understand it even at my age. And yet, this girl lost 5 of her family members.
Think of Rebels twins. Same thing.
Not really, because Rebels twins, it might be even worse, because their dad killed their mom. So, that might be worse.
They lost their whole family, so to speak, except for each other.
Yeah, but you know, if your dad died in a plane crash,
true,
you can be upset about it. But if your dad killed himself and your mother,
that's true.
There's a love-hate thing.
That's true.
So, I don't know. I think in a lot of ways this is worse. Either one is bad, but this one I think is just a little worse. So, but yeah, it was just kind of weird that I can't imagine my whole life would have changed. And when you're that age, you're stuck in a system unless there's a other family member that will help you get out of that. I just like it freaks me out to think about that.
That's what I'm saying. You know, the question is, are her grandparents alive?
I don't know.
And that's the thing. They don't tell you that. So if her grandparents are alive, then, you know, it goes down to, I guess, the aunt and uncle, you know, of, you know, one of the, you know, the husband or your wife, you know, mother or father, you know, so to speak. So what do you do then? You know,
well, you get stuck in the court
my brother
system.
or sister just died, and, you know,
the kids are stuck in a court system until
right,
somebody
exactly.
steps
And
up
then,
for
right,
them.
and then there's nobody wants to take the responsibility, like you just said.
Yeah.
They're stuck in the court system.
Yeah.
You know, they're stuck in a shelter for how many years?
And here's another airplane story. U.S. bound airline, U.S. bound passengers stranded after an emergency landing. So this is one of my biggest fears, is that when I'm in a plane, we get stranded somewhere, and now this is not.
Sure, you want to go to fly down to see my father,
Where's he at?
Florida.
Florida?
Oh. I
As
you know
long as we don't talk about these bad stories before we go.
Okay.
I would still fly.
I no, I
Your
still
arms would be awful tired.
No, yeah.
I've done it before. Anyway,
Where you got your muscles.
I've got lots of them. Anyway, dozens of people were stranded in Europe for a second night on Saturday after their U.S.-bound flight made an emergency landing in Dublin. At least you can drink. There's lots of beer. After an
Hopefully
engine failure.
Airplane or the airport or the airline paid for their hotel room.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they did. Brussels Airline Flight 101 was en route from Brussels to New York on Friday when the pilots issued a pan message, which indicates a problem less serious than a mayday when flying at 37,000 feet. Pilots of the 12-year-old Airbus A330-30 requested to divert to Shannon in Western Ireland, but switched to Dublin on instructions. Anyway, so passengers they praised the crew. They had been put up in hotels in Dublin before being flown to Paris on Saturday, where many were unable to get on overcrowded flights to New York days before Thanksgiving. So that would be sucky. There was one time Pam and I were flying from Florida to PA from
Right.
Disney, and when we got it might have been when we were flying back from Vegas, one of the two. Anyway, they asked for volunteers to give up their seat. She took it and got a really nice hotel. I flew back, and I said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" She said, "Yeah, it'll be fun." So I flew back, and she was still stuck in wherever I think it was in Michigan or something. She was stuck in, or no, it might have been Chicago. Anyway, she didn't get home. I think she was gone 2 days before they got her home.
Wow.
It was really weird.
You left together, but you come back separately.
Yeah. Well, she was willing. I wasn't. I had to get the dogs out of jail because we had the dogs in, and just kind of.
Well, that wasn't Vegas then, because that's when I took care of the dogs.
Oh, it might. Well, probably wasn't Vegas. I think it was before I knew you.
Yeah.
So it was probably Florida, but I don't remember. But yeah, it's kind of weird to think about that. It was crazy. But anyway, oh, okay. So I know that you're a beach lover like me.
Yes.
What if you could live on the beach and afford it?
Now, are you like literally live on the beach? Are you talking about like have a beach house?
Well, we'll get into that.
Okay, because there would be a difference. I mean, if I had a beach house that I can walk on the beach, see the ocean.
I'm saying, yeah. Okay, what's your okay? So, got to think how I'm going to word this.
And then again,
Okay, just an average amount of money you pay for bills every month.
Oh. I'd say about $2,500.
All right. How would you like to live on the beach for $2,200?
And not have any other bills? You
can do it.
How? Build your own sandcastle?
They left the U.S. for beach life. Now they save over $2,200 a month. Here's how they earn and spend money.
Wow.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. What country do you think they're going? Well, you can see it if you look. You're
Puerto
looking.
Rico. I don't
No,
know.
not Puerto Rico.
No, I know that.
Chicago.
Oh, good. You didn't see it. I'm covering it up so you can't cheat.
I don't know.
Hawaii. I don't know.
Hawaii's more expensive than.
I know
I
that.
can't
I
even
know.
see that far
I know,
away
I
anyway.
know.
All right, I'll tell you. Antigua.
What? Okay.
Now, look at the water. The water is
Clear.
so blue. And I'm telling you, it sounds weirder than it is, but the cost of living in Antigua is is better than it is here.
Sorry, I wouldn't go there.
Sure you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Why
You
not?
would go to Connecticut, though.
Oh, that's worse.
No, I wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you go
Wait a
to
minute,
why wouldn't you go to
said-
Antigua?
You said if your kids were in the same state,
If my kids were in the same state, yes. But
right,
my kids won't
and
go
we
to
could
Connecticut.
find a house
I don't
by
blame
the
'em.
beach in West Haven, Connecticut, you would do it.
But my kids aren't up there.
Well, let me say this why I would do this before Connecticut. This is warm all year round.
Thank you. I would do the same thing.
Okay, here we go. In 2016, my family and I packed our bags and moved from Chicago to Mazatlan, Mexico.
Mazatlan?
I don't know how it's pronounced. Mazation, or AN maybe, Mexico. When my mother passed away unexpectedly, my husband and I realized that life is too short to put off building that life we wanted. We had $20,000 in our savings, which is more than enough to get due to the lower cost of living in Mazatlan.
In Mexico.
In Mexico. Then, after my 2 beautiful years in Mexico, my husband, Vernon, landed an incredible opportunity to teach at a medical university in Antigua, an island in the eastern Caribbean Sea that's famous for its beautiful weather and 365 beaches. Once again, we packed our things and booked a one-way flight. Now, this is what's really cool about this. I'm actually considering, once I get tired of all this stuff, moving to here. You don't believe me? You
No,
should.
I don't.
The initial months were difficult, especially
He
since
says it with a smile on his face.
because Vernon's first few paychecks were prorated. I had very limited income, less than $1,000 a month from my freelance gig as a copywriter. We also encouraged a lot of the moving expenses, including the plane tickets, the first month's rent, which was $1,250, a security deposit, $1,250, and our rental car at $400 per month, plus our cost of living through, though still cheaper than in the U.S., significantly. But we stuck it out because we love Antigua, and I'm glad we did. We're now a completely different place financially as my business has grown and we found ways to spend less. We plan our meals and eat at home often. Before making a purchase, big or small, we always ask, is it a need or a want? After saving a good amount of money, with the help of my in-laws' interest-free loan, we purchased a used car for about $10,000, which we now fully paid off. How we earn our income: I run a copywriting business and do some mindset and business coaching on the side. I bring an income of about $5,000 per month, and my husband makes $5,700 per month. But anyway, the cost of living down there is quite a bit cheaper. And if you have, say you had, I don't know, let's say
Can we
you
bring that cost of living here?
well, it wouldn't be as beautiful.
Well, that's true.
I mean, I'm talking about
And it wouldn't be summer weather all year.
yeah, that'd be awesome. But I mean, this place is a lot cheaper. Says we've been putting $500 a month in our joint retirement account. Says we paid off more than $2,400,000 in credit card debt that they had. Making regular payments to our $80,000 student loan and all that. They're now able to get ahead. And you know how hard it is to get ahead.
Yeah.
Well, you know, their expenses, it says our monthly expenses in Antigua. Now, this is I don't know how many kids they have, but their monthly expenses is $4,762 compared to $7,000 we were spending in Chicago.
Wow.
And are now saving more than $2,200 a month. Rent is our biggest expense. We moved into a large 3-bedroom house for $2,200 a month.
Wow.
So,
$2,200 a month, and they're saving that much.
well, I mean, they've got an income and everything. They've got their businesses. But I was thinking, if you bought a small house, you don't need a giant house, just a small house by the beach, you could get away with stuff. Okay, they have 3 kids, 8, 9, and 10. It says here, despite the higher cost, the extra space allows us to host friends often, and coming from the inner city of Chicago, having a backyard and swimming pool is a big bonus for our kids, ages 8, 9, and 10. The second major expense is private school. You don't have any you don't have any expenses there. Costs $622
we
a
don't
month.
have any kids, so what the heck?
That's
To save on groceries, we shop locally and try to buy Caribbean brands rather
Unless you
than the
wanna try and
expensive
have one.
rather than the expensive U.S. imported products. Our family of 5 spends anywhere from $150 to $200 per week on groceries.
wow.
But anyway, here's the groceries, eating out, drinks, $1,000 a month. Rent is $2,200. Utilities, $317. That's for internet, water, cooking, propane, electricity. Health insurance is $590. You got to pay that anywhere. Netflix is $15. Phones $49. Tuition $622. You could wipe out that. You don't have to rent a place at $2,200 a month. You could get a cheaper place, but you could really their daily average is $159 a month, and there's plenty to do. We spend $120 or less a month on entertainment. Since Antigua is warm and beautiful year round, since it's a beautiful year round, a lot of activities we do are outdoors, which means free or low cost. They enjoy hiking, not me. Playing at the beach I would like. But the problem is the people I used to go to the beach with don't get in the water anymore.
Yeah, we do.
She actually did. She just went.
She wouldn't get in the water with me.
Yeah. Well, she got in the water and goes, "Oh, it's cold." I got in the water and be like, "This is not cold. This is lukewarm."
I wouldn't know. She wouldn't get in the water with me. Anyway, so here's another guy, retiree, who left the U.S. for Mexico. The downsides of living on a beach town for $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month.
Maybe if you'd have waited for me instead of going in.
You said you weren't going to get in, so. Anyway.
All right, kids, play nice.
Anyway,
We are.
I just think that that's kind of a cool little thing to be able to, spend your life on a beach.
But, like, if you go to Jersey, and you're living on a beach, what are you going to do in the winter?
Well, you don't do. That's why I'm saying this is summer all year.
Yeah, that's true. I understand.
That's what I'm telling
that.
you. This is the way to do it.
Or even Connecticut. Don't they have snow up there?
Oh, it's cold up there.
Wait.
It's colder up there than it is here.
Now you're talking two different climates. Man, I'm telling you, are you on the same page as we are?
Yes.
I said, I don't know how many several times, it's summer all year round.
Down there, but I'm saying here.
It's not there. It's not in Connecticut. It's colder in
It's not
Connecticut.
in Connecticut either. Hello.
I know
We're not
that.
talking about Connecticut. We're not talking
think
about
about
here
it.
either.
But
We're-
think about it. If there's beaches in Connecticut or there's beaches in New Jersey, okay, it's cold there. We're still in North
she's
America.
Not, she's not on the same page, Mike.
I think she's in the reference section, maybe, or
she's-
index, or
she's
maybe.
not even in the
She's
right
on the front
ballpark.
cover.
She's not even in the right ballpark.
She may not even have the right book.
That's right. I'm just saying. She's not even in the right book. I mean, in the right ballpark either.
And whose side
know,
are you on?
Excuse me. You're. What are you on? Los Angeles. We're in New York. Come on now.
I was in
Get in the right
Connecticut.
ballpark.
I was in
Man,
Connecticut.
women. I'm the one with the hearing aids, and they're not in. I heard him say several times.
I know
it's sunny and hot all year
I know
round.
that,
And-
but I'm thinking, what about here? That's down there. This is here.
I
live
just
here.
know that you
We're
don't
not
like cold
talking
weather.
About
I
here.
don't.
You don't like cold weather, so there would solve that.
That's true, but that's
You're
too
at
far
the-
away from my grandchildren.
But you used to say life is the beach.
Father, if you're here listening,
Life is a
you
beach.
help me, please, will you?
How often do you see your grandkids? How many times a year?
I've seen
How many
them-
times a year?
Well,
Well, we're
recently.
seeing them more often
yeah.
now.
What'd you fuck that up for? Anyway. That's what Zoom is for. Anyway, I was just trying to
That's old technology.
tell you there are solutions to every problem.
Yes.
So I thought you would like that to be. I thought
I
you would be
love
all
to live
excited
on a
about
beach.
that.
I really would.
I really thought you would like that.
I
That's,
really would,
Okay.
but my grandkids
When you're
have to be
old
with
and
me.
gray, and when you're old and gray,
next year.
and as old as, and you know, I think I'm sleeping in the other room tonight, Mike.
Yes.
Nah, when you're, hey, I could sleep in the other room because I don't have to get up to go to work tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a good night's sleep.
All right, next topic.
Yeah, next topic. Let's
Snow leopard, perfectly camouflaged on a mountain terrain, baffles the internet. So you don't see him, do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep, he's right up there.
Where?
Where's your mouse? Over
Right here.
He's right at the top.
Right where?
Keep going. Right there.
That's not him.
It sure looks like it from here.
Right there.
That's where I said he was.
You did not. You said he was up here.
That's it.
He's
That's his whole body right
no,
there.
it's not. It's right here. He's right here.
Different view.
It's the same picture. It's a little lower, but he's right here. He's right in here. Okay, he's like actually right in here.
That's where I said he was.
You did not.
bullshit.
Keep
Anyway.
trying.
I just thought it was neat because there's a snow leopard. Doesn't mean anything, but there is a
I
snow
can
leopard.
get it. Yeah, I did it right. You just don't want to admit it. Just like when I kick your ass in the morning
No, you don't.
with the sugar.
I let you win this morning.
What?
We have a competition with our blood sugars in the morning. Who has the lower blood sugars?
In the past 2 days, I kicked your ass.
No, you didn't.
I could beat you both.
You don't. You're not diabetic.
Right. So there. Anyway,
Dollar Tree, let's go. Oh,
Things
Okay.
aren't $1 anymore.
there's a snow leopard.
Oh, they're pretty.
They're real pretty till they start to eat you.
Yeah, but they're pretty.
They can eat you though. All right, so that's that. Okay. There is. Do you have TikTok?
yes, I do.
You can make money off TikTok, right? There's a.
If I really want
No,
to.
no,
I
no.
still don't understand.
No, it's
it,
not at
but-
all. It's not at all what I'm talking about. TikTok settles $92 million class action suit. Here's how you can claim your share. Who knows what? So you can get your 50 cents or whatever that you're going to get for this class action lawsuit. It's
I
like
can't even figure out how to watch videos on it.
I hate TikTok a lot. I really do.
People.
There's some of the stupidest things I've ever
It is
seen.
the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
But kids are making it go crazy. Kylie loves it.
Oh yeah, because it's stupid and it makes people laugh. It's like the commercials that make you remember the commercials, like, to all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce. You remember it because why? It's stupid.
All right. Back in February 2020, the company that owns TikTok agreed to pay $92 million as part of a class action suit. This was to settle allegations that it violated federal and state law by collecting personal information from users without their consent. And although it denies these allegations, you can actually collect on that. So, yeah, I'm thinking I have an account, so I think I'm going to have to. Oh, I already did this, so I'm thinking I might have to see if I can get some of my life back, because TikTok is a waste of time.
Would you like me to? I have 50 cents in my pocket.
That's about what I'll get, probably.
I was going to say, would you like the 50 cents in my pocket?
If it's quarters, they go for laundry.
So anyway, there's your information. The information's on this. I posted on. I should post that on TikTok.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I just think it's funny that they were. I think our stream may have actually settled down.
No, it still keeps
Is it
stopping
still?
and starting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all Comcast.
It's Facebook. I haven't been on the stream. For
I've
Facebook
seen it
for a
stop
while
and
'cause
start from here.
Okay,
It's still lacking. So
it
and
sucks.
I'm still looking to my left.
Yeah, see, he's distracted
well.
by something else.
So
Yeah, he's.
I know I'm not. I'm just not on the side of the show. I am on Facebook, but ready to go with something if I needed to.
If you were to kill somebody, if you wanted to kill somebody, what would be your choice of weapon?
I don't know. That's a good thing.
And not get caught.
Oh, and not get caught.
I thought I'd throw that
Arsenic.
in. Arsenic? Okay.
Poison.
Okay. Well, you're both kind of right track, because it does have to do with poisoning someone. A man in India used a snake as a weapon to murder his wife because he could no longer handle her learning disabilities.
Oh,
Could you imagine that?
oh,
So the poison from the snake killed his wife.
oh,
Because of her learning disabilities.
oh, I got shivers.
Shiver me timbers.
Oh, you wait until you see the snakes in the bed when we go home.
The ones I'm gonna die laughing at?
Oh! Oh, the woman can always get the guy with that one jab, which we can get him with the jab too.
Uh-huh.
We know how to jab.
She hit with the uppercut. Okay.
Yeah,
I love
that
you,
was
honey.
dirty. Dirty.
Sorry.
I love you, honey.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
We say paybacks are hell, right, Mike?
That was low. That was so low. I don't know any limbo guy that could get lower than that. Speaking of limbo, there's
There
a
she is.
troublemaker. So, yeah, that I can't even imagine. Anyway, so the man in India was given a double life sentence for
Maybe
murdering
not
his
that.
wife. So
Old?
Really?
he bought a highly venomous cobra and forced its fangs into his wife's arm. His wife was at her parents' home recovering from another snake bite when she was killed. So not only does he kill her, but he kills her with the snake bite after she had already been bitten by a snake already. So
That's just, no.
he's been given a double life sentence.
Okay, but how do you said without getting caught. So how did
Well, he's not
he
good
got
at
caught.
it. He's not good at it.
Right.
I would be good at it.
Me, I just put the snake in the bed and run the fuck out there and let her in.
Well,
there.
nobody asked me
She's
how-
sound asleep with her mask on and doesn't know anything.
Nobody asked me how I would do it.
We
Michael,
know how you
how would
would.
you
You'd
do it?
suffocate us.
No. Not like that.
All right, Mike, how would you do it?
I would cook dinner.
I've eaten your cooking and I'm still alive.
Well, that's because I cooked something I knew how to cook, but I would just, for this dinner, I would just cook something
That's
totally
true.
different.
That's true. All you have to eat is Trish's cooking and you're dead.
I've
You're
been
still
told that.
alive.
Yeah, because you made something that you knew how to cook. Anybody can cook spaghetti.
I've
boil
never-
water, throw the pasta in there, and that's it. What the heck?
What's your phone? What kind of phone?
iPhone.
Which one?
11.
Okay. You're not going to be one of the people. According to this,
I have the iPhone 13.
Oh, I was
Just
looking at
came out.
This
upgrading
didn't
to
work.
that.
this,
I don't know. People are saying they're having a lot of problems with them.
I don't understand what the difference is between the 13 and the 13 mini.
well, duh. One's a smaller one. One's a bigger one.
I don't
They
know.
have the iPhone 6 like that too, the small one and the big one.
I don't know if I
and
like
they-
the small one.
Well, you wouldn't. I wouldn't. No way. Anyway,
My question to before you begin, I'm sorry, is they say they're having a lot of problems with it.
damn it. Hold on.
I mean, I don't know if that's true or not.
Hold on. I gotta do this.
Go ahead,
right.
Michael.
I gotta figure out what I did wrong here.
Oh.
Hold
Well,
on.
that's
Yeah,
doesn't
because
look
they were
like
saying
the
I could
iPhone
upgrade, and I was looking, and it's like,
because I'm probably due for an upgrade myself.
Let's see here. See if I did this right.
I don't know if I want to go for the 13.
There we go. If you use an older iPhone, there's a chance it won't work anymore starting in January. So, depending which iPhone you have, you may have problems getting it to work. The reason being, so we got all these formats out there: 3G, 4G, 5G, 6G, 7G, 8G, 9G, 10G, all those Gs, or LTE, which is the Sprint or whatever they're called now.
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile, yeah. So what they are trying to do is retire some of those older technologies so that they can invest the money in newer technologies. So
get you to pay more for a phone.
not really, because it'll cost them less if they narrow down the stuff. So it says older technology is being phased out, with the latest 5G technology becoming more readily available across the country. For those using 3G mobile phones, that means the end of their connections, which are the older phones. AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile have detailed their plans to shut down the ailing 3G network next year. The move will free up resources for 5G and LTE. So, besides, that probably wouldn't affect you anyway because you're using LTE, right?
Right.
Okay. And I think I use LTE too. I'm not sure. Well, mine doesn't say LTE. Maybe
Mine
not.
doesn't either.
Oh, I thought they used to say LTE at the top. I don't know. Anyway, so it's something that if you have an Apple 5, 5C, 5S, or earlier, or a Samsung S4, 3G basic phones and smartphones, 3G home phone connect, Apple iPad 2 or earlier, T-Mobile will end Sprint's 3G CDMA network by January 1st, 2022, and Sprint's LTE network by June 30th, 2022. T-Mobile's 3G networks will be retired July 1st, 2022. So, just information that if you have one of those phones, you won't be able to use it.
I was thinking the iPhone 13 Pro.
No,
Max.
they just.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the Pro Max and the Apple phone 13. That's the ones they were having problems with.
Yeah, they're. It says even if your mobile operator isn't listed, like Cricket, Boost, Straight Talk, they use the networks of the three providers above, and the estimated retirement dates for 3G you're gonna lose connectivity of that stuff.
Yeah, because I'm looking right now at the and I don't understand what the difference is, and I haven't looked really into it. Is the Apple iPhone 13 and the Apple iPhone Pro Max 13?
Well, I got the 11 Pro Max of the Apple, and it just has a few more. The Pro Max has some nicer features, and the Pro Max is a higher end phone. I'll get a new one soon, probably maybe next year. I'm waiting for the 14 now. I don't like 13s. I don't want to start. I don't like
That's
the
what I'm
number
saying.
13.
I think I'll wait until actually like you, because 13's an oddball number. Plus they say is a bad luck number, and I like even numbers, so maybe I'll go with the 14's my mom's
We're running out of time
birthday,
here. Can't believe we're running out of time.
That's because my big mouth is talking. Oh,
Well,
did I
yeah.
say that out loud?
Here's a weird one for you.
I thought all the
French.
stories were weird.
Well, some are weirder than others.
All right,
This
all
one
right.
here is definitely on the top of the weird list. This guy here is trying to be an alien, so he cut off two of his fingers, to create a claw. So he has like this. He cut these two fingers off so he could have a claw.
Oh, geez.
And it's weird, and I can't understand it, and just shows me that people are really, really odd.
The game?
Here you go. French black alien reportedly gets fingers sliced off to create a claw. So I just do not get this at all, because if you're a young kid and you're doing this for attention or whatever, but when you get to be an adult, you're missing a few fingers now, and this person believes that's.
I can understand it. When I was younger, and at least I was told, because I don't remember it, this finger, the middle pointer finger on my right hand, was actually clipped off. the top of the finger, and you can actually see. I'm assuming it's correct because you can. It actually, they say it was sewn back on. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was told, and I couldn't imagine going through life without two fingers. I mean, of course, then again, you got military gentlemen and females going through without toes and legs and arms and sometimes
But this person
both.
voluntarily did this to himself.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You're
that's
not
what I'm
looking.
saying.
Got to look
Ugh.
at.
I can't understand. I can't understand how you voluntarily just go like, your finger.
That's what they want.
Because like when you be in
Why
pain,
would you change your face to look like an alien, your body to look like an alien, and cut off your fingers?
Nope.
It just doesn't make sense.
I checked that
and
guy
this-
into a hospital.
Snapchat.
This is what the guy's into, and he cut his fingers off. See?
If I was a bank teller and that gentleman came in with me, I'd have security or whatever right there.
And he looked like a regular person. That's what he looked like. But he had his nose cut off, his upper lip cut off, and his tongue
I'd
split.
be scared.
I would say this guy needs to go in an insane asylum.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I said. A mental hospital.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I can't figure
I'd
out
find
why.
what the heck is why he did that?
Because it's the same reason that kids became punk, goth, everything, except they're more extreme here.
It says his entire body is covered in tattoos, including his eyeballs. Well, the lady that just did this last tattoo for me, she has a lot of tattoos, including her eyeballs.
That's what he just,
Yeah, but she's not pretending to be anybody
No, she
except for
isn't.
herself.
I could tell him that if he wanted to be an alien, he didn't have to do any of that stuff. He's from France. He could come here, he'd be an alien.
Just call him Fry.
No, he'd be an alien.
Call him French Fry.
Anybody that comes from another country is an alien to us. So he's going to a lot of pain and pleasure.
How would they find a doctor to cut off those fingers?
I can't even. That's another thing altogether. I think that doctor should lose his license or something. I don't
Well,
know.
maybe in
I
France
believe
they
so.
can do
I
that.
believe so too, because that's not.
That's just.
If
That's
someone came to
insane.
me and said, "Excuse me, I want to voluntarily cut off my I want you to cut off my fingers," and the doctor says, "Sure, how much you got?" I would sue that doctor or tell that doctor, "Excuse me, I think you're insane."
I think if they cut off his penis, we'd all win, because that guy truly doesn't need to be. I'm going to come back to this category in a few seconds. I want to also talk about Waukesha. Did you hear about this?
Yes.
Car plows through Waukesha Christmas parade, multiple injuries. I kind of want to cover it because we're running near the end here. This guy, I just can't even imagine why somebody would. Well, the guy was, I guess, being chased from the police, is what I'm understanding. But to mow into a parade, a Christmas parade,
Just wasn't thinking.
This
wasn't
guy-
paying attention.
he was the Darrell Brooks is a suspect. A suspect. Why do they even call him a suspect? We know he did it. There's no suspect. And he's been charged with 10 crimes since 1999. Last one was a month ago, and he only had to pay $1,000 to get out of jail. And now look what's happened. They should find the guy that gave him the $1,000 fine and find that guy. The driver who plowed through Christmas parade in downtown Waukesha, killing 5 people, injuring
I think
50.
it's 6 now.
Well, yeah, it might be 6. I think there was an update. Did so intentionally and is expected to face first-degree homicide counts and other charges. The suspect, Darrell Brooks, 39, had been released from custody in a strikingly similar case in which he was accused of driving over a woman during a domestic dispute, sending her to the hospital and leaving tire marks on her pant leg. The Milwaukee County District Office, which is prosecuting that case, said Monday it was launching an internal review of the prosecutor's inappropriately low $1,000 bail recommendation. The bail amount was signed off on by the court commissioner. The horrific scene but this goes on and on. This guy is a wannabe rapper. And I hope he's really happy with his rap career, because apparently it's made a lot of people miserable because he ran over people. They were just out there doing a Christmas parade. Of all things, the freaking guy, I'm that kind of thing. You know what they should do with this guy is they should lop off an arm or two and a leg, throw him in jail, let him hang out for himself, or else just kill him.
Or just run over him.
Just kill him. Because this person isn't going to be rehabilitated.
Well, put him in solitary confinement.
And let us pay for it. No, kill the guy.
No,
But-
agree
You have to
with-
pay for the
I agree with
funeral.
Mike, if you would put him in jail, who's paying for it? We are.
We still end
With
up.
our taxes, we're paying for it.
We still end up paying for it anyway. If we killed him, we'd have to pay
No.
for the funeral.
No, not necessarily.
Hey, paying the funeral is $10,000, or if you cremate him, it's $3,000. So that's fine. I'll pay it out of my own pocket if you want to do that. Because this person, hospital treated 18 children from 3 to 16 who were injured in the parade. The patients included 3 sets of siblings. It says here, earlier authorities said 11 adults and 12 children were ferried to local hospitals. They have actual video clips of this. This is enough to really, I can't even imagine. This guy here should be, I'd like to shoot right in the forehead. There should be no trial. This guy should just go. Because he did it. He knows he did it. And he doesn't have any, he probably doesn't even feel bad about it. He probably feels bad that he got caught.
Probably doesn't even remember.
But it just irritates me to no end that this person did this, and all these families are going to have to, and they're going to have to suffer near holidays.
Yeah.
There's no, this is not a suspect. The guy can't be considered a suspect. He's guilty. He's not a suspect. There's nothing. Okay, here's the videos that, I don't know if you've seen any of these. Oh, now we got this one too. We're talking about the blah blah blah. Who cares about this? Come on, skip ad. Oh, I guess I can skip the ad. Need to go over here. There we go. This is distressing. So they're marching, having a good time, just giving candy out. And this guy comes running in with his car and ran over people. How can someone do that? I mean, it's just...
He probably wasn't paying attention.
He was running for the cops. He just kept going. He didn't mind. He didn't care if he was running over people. Just is so horrible. Here's another look. There he goes. There he goes, running over that person. They should have shot him on the spot. Did you ever see Sopranos?
Yeah.
This is when I would say
die?
A couple people did. It's such a shame because, all these people are going to have to. What are you doing? You're running into my chair. You leaving before the show's over?
No.
I just think it's horrible that we even give this guy any.
My question is, why do you give him $1,000?
No, that's what they charged for him to be out on bail.
Yeah, but why do you give him a chance to get out on bail?
That's what they're investigating. Because it doesn't make sense. This kind of thing does not make sense. So I can now delete this whole thing.
First of all, he hasn't been sentenced, right?
No, because we're talking about for the running over the one person,
Right.
his girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he got. He got out on that, and then he did this.
Yeah, that's what the 1,000 was he was bailed out before.
And he's got 9 other crimes that he was basically guilty of in the past.
So in other words, if I go out and I murder 9 people, I can get out on. Basically, what they're telling me is that if I murder 9 people, I can get out on $1,000 bail
Yeah.
and a slap on the wrist.
Yeah. You're not a rapper.
I'm not barreling you out.
Why not?
You got to be.
Kill 9 people. That's on you.
Yeah, but you're not a rapper.
Oh, okay. I can pretend to rap.
No.
Oh
You know, all
no,
I got to do is go.
you're too white for that. Sorry.
My name is Poop.
I have a ton of stuff here that I'm not going to even get to. I wanted to get to an article for you, though. An article you'll be happy about. Aptera tells us more about its new facility. Did you read about this?
Uh-uh.
This is really cool. So as you may be aware of, Trish and I have bought Aptera stock. And so anything that comes up Aptera, I'm more interested than the guy running over people.
Yeah.
Because if anybody, unless they run over somebody with an Aptera. Anyway, they're working on putting together this big place. They got a place in Carlsbad, California, 77,000 square feet, and it appears to have tall ceilings, so there will be plenty of room for machinery. And it has plans for signing 2 other places, 16,000 feet and 8,000 feet for beta development, and for R&D and solar composite manufacturing. And since it may sound strange, as many of the places, you can get many places that give you solar panels, but think about this. The curvature of the car, solar panels are generally flat, and these got to be pliable. So they're going to manufacture their own solar panels. And it says here, what was the other thing? So they expect to ramp up chain to be 250 per month, but eventually the target will be 40 vehicles a day.
Wow.
And so they expect growth to be get ready for this, growth to be 3 to 5% over the next, or 3 to 5 times over the next 3 years. So
Stock
money-
is gonna go.
the money I spent on my stock should be a minimum of 3 times what I put into it.
Okay.
And we know already that when they go for the next round, they're already saying it's going to be $8 a share, which we
Right.
paid $3 or whatever,
Yeah. I think
$2.80
we paid 3.8.
or something. Yeah, whatever it was. So
That's why I'm keeping my sugar mama. No, I'm just.
I can say that the future looks bright,
And
because
I'm not wearing shades.
this is going to be a good. Do you know how much money they raised so far?
No.
$28 million.
Wow.
And public offering is in the plans, hopefully in the next 9 to 18 months. That's when we'll see our first boost, because I guarantee it's not going to go for $3.80 or whatever we
Right.
paid. It's going to go for a lot more. So, and that may be a time to, as soon as we get that, to kick out, or maybe time to hang out and see what it goes. But it's, I told you,
Pick some, keep some.
this is where I thought that you should invest your money, and hopefully you're going to make money on this. So it says we have
Are
over.
you able to do that, like she said? Take like maybe half of it. And
You
then-
can do whatever you want. It's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got. Actually, show you something else that's kind of cool. I have Tesla stock. And I paid $500 a share. Okay.
Okay.
1109.03, and it's been up as high as almost 1200.
Wow.
What is it? I can't.
1109.03,
So he's pretty much doubled his money.
and it's been up to 1200 a share. But I'm letting it ride. See what happens. And so we'll see how this all goes down, but I can't complain about where I'm at.
That's true.
I mean, this has been a good. Let's see, there was one other thing, I think. Oh, I mentioned this. Chevy Bolt hauled it through the end of 2021, because they've got so many issues with their stock or with their car, where the car catches fire.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that the Teslas are catching fire. It's not Teslas that are catching fire. It's the Chevy Bolt that's catching fire. So it's funny how people just hear catching fire and they think, oh, well, it's got to be Tesla. No,
Nope.
it doesn't. It says Chevy Bolt's no good, very bad year is going from bad to worse, and that's because they have to they are holding the production and they got to figure out why they're catching fire. So I wanted to say that too, because I was talking about bolts earlier. And I'm going to... Oh, okay, I'll play this one too. We talked about a cheap car. There's the cheap Tesla. It's going to be $17,500.
No.
No, I'm not attracted to that. I don't care.
But wouldn't you like a car that you don't have to spend any money on going to work? You don't
Yes,
have...
but one
so
crunch and you're done.
saying, okay,
Oh, but you know that's not true. It's
What?
not going to be. It's not going to be a piece of junk. Teslas are. You're going to pay for a good car. You're not going to buy a Tesla that's going to fall apart. It's going to be a heavy car, and it's going to be all. It's going to be all battery like mine. It's probably not going to be as much battery. You're probably
It's like
not going
that smart car. It's like
a
one
little bit
crunch,
bigger,
you're
but
done.
yeah, no. I don't-
Sure looks like it.
what's the mileage on it?
I don't know that they even have it listed. It's called the Model 2 or
Model A.
Model. It says Model. Oh, they changed it from the Model 2 to the Model A. I didn't read the whole article. I just let's see what it says here.
It's like a Mini Cooper.
Yeah, 250 miles. So that's about what mine does. Mine does a little more than that, but my new one does a lot more than that.
Well, I can make it to Connecticut. I just can't make it back.
You'd have to charge and then make it back.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool. Here you go. Here's the. You can still use your phone as a key and access all driver controllers. It says here.
I
It
think
looks
it's
like I could
something
fit
have to
4
get
people
used
in there.
We would not have enough room
What? To what?
to go to Connecticut.
Yeah, you would.
Not with the way we pack.
You got 4 seats.
Trust me, we went in his car and
It's roomy to a fault, it says. So,
it has never ridden with us. It hasn't gone with us.
you haven't gone with it either.
That's true.
You just totally have turned it to the no. You turned it to the no.
I would not give it a no. I would look at it. I would drive it.
And again,
And-
you could have 2 cars, one that goes places
Yeah.
and one that goes to work and back.
Thank you. So in other words, she would. I would give her, not give, but I would have her use my car, which is the gas one, and then I guess I would use that one since she didn't like it.
Take the Tesla, because he's going to wreck the other one, remember?
That's true. That's just what I was thinking.
Exactly.
I'll take the Tesla because at least it doesn't have a dent in it.
Well, maybe you ought to get a tank for the other one.
Yeah, there we go. And that way I'll have my parking
You could
spot out
barely
front.
see the dent in the car.
I told you I wanted to get you one of those Wile E. Coyote stickers that you stick
Yeah.
on the dent. It looks like he went through the car.
You go for it.
Hey, if we get a tank, then I'll have my parking spot out front.
You'll have everything you want, because if they park in your space, you just roll over them.
That's the idea.
But anyway, as far as that goes, Tesla or
Actually,
as
if you get a tank, you can plow that thing in the shed in the back, and you can park out there.
Oh, I could do that with my Corolla. Just
anyway,
not after I spent
so-
$400 on an alternator.
Aptera could be a good thing, hopefully.
I hope
And
so.
I do too. I really have high hopes for that. And
I have high hopes for that too, because it makes my life better too.
when she's happy, you're happy.
Exactly. He read my mind.
Yes. But anyway, that's the. I think that'll be an interesting car. Then that's supposed to come out next year. So, and I guess the rest is.
For next week.
And I'm going to pack in this stuff with other news stories because I like to keep current. I'm kind of bummed that we're out of time already because there really is a lot of stuff that
But what did you do to tire her out?
you tired her out. You were beating her up, and I
I
just
was not beating her up.
chased
I
her
was
around.
lightly tapping her butt to tell her she was doing no.
Well, she's quiet now.
So
Well, I'll tell you what. They always told me, you teach the dog the proper way. When I had a dog, I used to lightly tap the butt of the dog, and they said, you know what that does to the dog? Absolutely nothing. That is teaching the dog nothing. You have to take the dog like you do and show her what she did or what he did and show her them, and eventually they will learn what
well,
they're
they don't
doing
want to
wrong.
disappoint her,
Right.
their master.
Right.
And she's like, she hates when I do that, but I got to do that because I don't want.
Well, exactly.
She
Yeah.
doesn't need to. There's no reason she should come down here and poop.
Yeah.
She has a pet entrance. She just. When I leave the house, I think she spends a lot of time at this door down here, and I think that's when she does it because, whenever I see that down there, it's usually after I've been somewhere that she leaves that reminder. But she needs to know that I don't approve of that.
Right, and I think that's her way of saying that she misses you, unfortunately. But because that's her way of getting attention.
She needs to find another way.
Well, yeah, obviously, but yeah.
All right. Well, before we go, name one thing you're thankful for.
I'm actually thankful that I have friends that care for me, and two of them are sitting right in this room. And
Yeah, I know,
I
I'm
knew he was
looking
going to say
too.
that. Yeah, but no, that actually that.
She's one of them.
Cheyenne, yeah.
But no, I'm thankful for that. I have friends and family that care for me and deal with some of my BS that I deal with.
Definitely, I'm the same with him. The show, friends that care. What about you?
I'm not thankful for anything.
Oh, bullshit.
Well, this show has been a godsend to me for the most part because it's a time I get to actually forget about what's going on in the real world, which wasn't so bad till recently. But I mean, obviously, friends are a blessing. I am thankful that Ken hopefully died in his sleep the way I think he died, and I like to think that the future was going to be brighter, but I've got some reservations about that. I think it'll be okay. I think this new venture I'm doing with the agency might turn out to be good. I'm looking forward to going to New York and Vegas with them, and we'll see. I've got some pretty big things that I'm very positive about right now. So, considering the things I've been through, I hope one of those comes out good, or several of them. But I haven't given up on life yet. It's gotten really close, though. It's gotten really, really, really dark in the past couple weeks. But I'm able to starting to be
light
able
at
to
the end of the tunnel.
kind of see some light, and I'm hoping that I can go another 7 years without anybody else dying. So I don't know. But anyway, if there's anybody out there yet, sorry for the issues we had with the computer or with the internet, and I will talk to you guys next week. Next week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week. And everybody have a great Thanksgiving, and
Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody.
until then, hold on. Until then,
Maybe.
there it is.
Maybe. Till
Till
then,
then, I'll talk to you guys next week.
here we go.